Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whether you're live or in the future, it is I, your wandering eye, the sky that keeps sin from seeping in, local friendly angel guy, Seraph. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Another week, more streams. Back into Mafia 3. I kind of forgot a little bit about Mafia 3. Slightly. But I remembered, so here we are. Back to New Bordeaux. We had a nice day, night, evening, what have you. Time to be a legitimate businessman, once again. But welcome in. It's cold today. For me, at least. A little chilly. Here we are. There he is. Our man, our boy, Lincoln Clay. Get right into the shit. If I remember correctly, where are we? Here we go, yes. We're getting into, what's it called? Floristry. Growing some flowers here. Oh, and we have to go out and start collecting more flowers to grow. Alright. My goal for the stream, we have to beef up our income before we take on the next territory. We don't have to, but I like to. So I am going to have to bring in some merchandise for our new businesses. So first we're going to collect new flowers for floristry. And then we'll boost our businesses. We're going to do some business stuff, basically. Be a legitimate businessman here. I keep forgetting they have a gun range right over here. I hear gunshots, it concerns me. Let's see. Let's go collect flowers first. Hope you've had a nice day or night or evening. Because I have, for the most part. Then I started getting a headache like a couple hours ago. It's been slightly less fun. But that's just the way it be. That's kind of on me, though. I haven't been drinking as much water as I should. Probably. That's always what it usually amounts to. Is me not really drinking the water I probably should be. Until I get a headache and go, ooh, my head. That's always fun. Let's see. At least this isn't that far off. It's just, I think now that I remember, every time we want to unlock a new flower, we have to come back to Sinclair Parish to find it. And then out to the bayou to find another one. That's how they keep you coming back. Fair point. Is that a hitchhiker? Wait a second. They just disappear? You saw that, right? I'm not losing my mind. I know I have a headache, but I'm not going crazy. I know I just saw there's a guy, like, standing here. And he's, like, had his thumb out. He was, like, hitchhiking. Huh. Yeah, maybe my head hurts more than I think. I swear I saw a hitchhiker on the side of the road. Bro, sheep dude, welcome, welcome. You crazy. I might be. I thought it was an officer at first. But then I was like, I'm not going to run him over. So I drove past. And then I saw he had his thumb out. I was like, wait, is he hitchhiking? Then I like turned around to look again and he was gone. Bro, sheep dude wasn't watching LaBelle. Still a fair assumption. Still a fair assumption. I'm just out here trying to collect my... Oh, flowers. We're fine. Let's see. You know what? I just remembered. I might have to steal this. Someone might have to perish for me to obtain this flower. Let's see. People are very greedy when it comes to their flowers. They might not give it up so easily. Oh, wait. Never mind, it's right here. Oh, that's right, at the old camp. Our old base here. And they fucking destroyed it. What do you know? Some flowers. Perfect. all the way out here just for that. Where was the old... I think this was the old greenhouse. I think. I'm trying to remember where it was. They should don't exist no more, so... Oh, man. Rip the greenhouse. Now we get to go all the way back into the bayou for the next pot of flowers. Oh, there it is. Perfect. It marked it for me. How many meters? 2,300 meters. Man. Ain't that about some shit? Oh, speaking of headaches, I just remembered. Speaking of headaches, I did mention in the announcement tab of my Discord, we should totally join. I don't know how to spit out the hyperlink to it, but it's there. Stream tomorrow. I don't know how I feel about stream tomorrow. If I'm being real. I got some new angelic duties bestowed upon me, as it often happens. And those angelic duties happen to run pretty much right up until stream starts. So I don't know how to navigate. I guess I should put it to you, my dear viewers, because you're my dear viewers. So I'm debating either pushing the stream to another night or just saying fuck it and go, look right there, there's a hitchhiker right there. I knew I wasn't crazy. There's a hitchhiker. How do I honk at him? Alright, I guess he doesn't want to. But basically, yeah. If I do stream tomorrow, then it's gonna be probably a later stream. Probably closer to like 7 Pacific time. It'd probably run shorter too, because I don't want to be up until I don't want to keep anyone up till 1 in the morning. I'd feel bad. And then if I delay it, when would be probably Saturday night would be the next time I could stream. The next night I'd be able to stream. So I'm kind of down either or. I just feel bad. And then that reminds me also next week. That I'm probably going to reshuffle the schedule a little bit again. I'm thinking... I think I put it in the announcement tab, too. I should probably stop talking when I'm driving, but I won't. I'm thinking Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thinking that would be good. Basically, Wednesdays are an angelic duty kind of night, so... as things tend to change and shift out of nowhere. An angel's gotta do what an angel's gotta do, so... that is the other headache I consider. Ooh. I love my angelic duties, but sometimes my angelic duties kind of shift and change out of the blue. You gotta adapt. Well, I gotta adapt. And then by extension, you gotta adapt a little bit, so I feel bad. Is that a boat? What the fuck is wrong with that boat? Oh no. That's not good. That shit ain't supposed to be doing all that. Pro sheep dude. Sarah streaming from his car. There's an idea. Kinda like that idea. It would just be a black screen with just the sound of me just driving as fast as I... okay, maybe not as fast as I can. I gotta drive safe, but still. Just the sound of me driving. And then you'd hear me running to my computer. And then the computer booting up and everything. Basically just become a... just become an IRL streamer. What's wrong with that? Why wouldn't a VTuber want to do that? Surely that wouldn't lead to anything bad. Everyone loves IRL streamers. Gosh, you do always look so creepy. The hitchhiker guy? Yeah, he definitely had a certain look about him. Especially considering the fact he didn't react to me honking at all. It's like a ghost. Oh, let's see. I gotta get in there. Can't I kick? I think I can. Okay, I can kick open this door, and in theory, if I do that, I could just shoot everybody in here really quickly.
Get that stupid son bitch.
There we go. Yeah, that worked. Take that. Where's the music playing from? I killed everybody in here. Is that a nudie? I think that's it. Is that? I don't know. Oh, it's a communist poster. Commie posters. Someone's plastering communist propaganda around New Bordeaux. Pull any communist propaganda you find. That ain't the most American shit I've ever seen. Where are my flowers? There we go. Okay. Speaking of flowers, how are mine growing over here? Oh, it won't say. Well, we'll just go back and see. I don't think it's going to be close to done yet. We don't really have the upgrades to... What the fuck is this guy doing here? There we go, back to the flower house. And look at how we use our new strain of flowers. Oh. Alright. I'm fine. He's fine. We're all fine. Bro, sheep dude. Honestly, I'd say do it how it fits better for you. I'm gonna watch anyway. But I do have school in the morning on Thursday, so I might just be making dumb decisions. Well, I also just don't like, in general, going super late. Just because, I don't know. I enjoy streaming, of course, but I also don't want to go super duper late because then, you know, if someone's watching, you know, if you're watching live, I don't want to keep you up too late. I don't know. I don't know if it's overly considerate, but it's definitely a level of consideration I think about where I go, if I go too late, my dear viewers don't go to bed in time. I feel bad keeping them up. But yeah, I think maybe at least for tomorrow. But the only other thing too is I have no idea when I'm going to be back. It's going to be late. It's going to be a late stream. Like probably closer to 7, which I don't like. I've gone... How far along are these things? Upgrades. Herbalism upgrades include improvements to your flower crop and your grow house. Use upgrades to increase the value of your flowers. To unlock more upgrades, raise your level by completing missions for MJ. Hybrid, we get to breed. Hybridization combines any strain with any seed to create higher quality and more potent flowers. Use the lab to hybridize existing strains and create new custom strains. Fertilizing! Damn, they're doing everything here. Want to speed up your herbalism operation? Install the fertilization upgrade to your grow house. Using fertilization on your crop will boost it to a mature state where it can be harvested and sold. Can I afford that right now? Let me see. Fertilizer. Can I? How much is that? Small and Night, welcome. Hello. And I'm here too. Bambi, welcome again. Welcome in. Goat Night. Goat Night. Pff, my headache is fucking me up. Goat Kitten. I have discovered a new love of buff men that I've never had before. Glad that you found... Buff men aren't my thing. I think I've said it before. Definitely, buff men just aren't for me. I'm not such a big fan. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just not for me. I know my type. It's the opposite of buff men. Bro Sheep Dude, well, you just, I don't want your streams half melted under my covers. So not up. I'm so funny. Okay, I'm done. That's okay. Get breeding. That's what we're doing here. With the flowers, I mean. I'm not doing any of that shit. Not me. Mixing flowers. And they got pizza on the table there. Is that a teddy bear? Hold on. They have a fucking... half-eaten thing of pizza and a teddy bear back there. Pretty cool. Let's see. What other... Ooh, we can get... Okay. The next planter upgrade. We already got that. We already got that. Oh, we can't really get anything until we hit level 3. Turns a plant with flowering status to mature. Let's get that. And air conditioned fertilizer for 5k. There we go. I think those are the only upgrades we can really get right now. Man, next level we'll be getting a bunch of shit. That will be very nice to see. All right, the lab. Kitten. Oh my god, a ship name. Oh no. Bro, dude, go being shipped with a Canadian. So sorry, that must be rough. Being shipped with a Canadian or the headache? Go kitten. I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh my god, he made these buff ass men so cunty. I've seen bits and pieces of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And definitely, I do like the posing. It's very badass. They'll be mid-fight just to pose, arch their back, and serve absolute cut with a full face of makeup. Yeah, they're the toughest men you've ever seen. Isn't one of the Joe stars a fucking, like, he's in high school, and he's just fucking huge and ripped. He's fucking fighting people. Strains. Strains given to you by MJ for completing missions. Oh, we have to make one. Cooking Jotaro. He's a fucking brick wall, and he's 17. That's what I like in Yakuza 0. Kiryu's like 20 years old, and he's just this fucking huge, like, awesome fighter. Fucking Majima has seen a lifetime of bullshit and has just lost an eye. All this crazy shit. And he's what? 24? It's fucking nuts. Let's mix this. Oh, we have a bunch of these fucking magical spells. Tranquillum, Viridi, Mollis, Uiri, Lune, and that's it. I don't know what the fuck any of these are. Maybe if we mix. This doesn't do shit to it. How about this? What kind of names? Fat Rabbit, Jack and Jill, Sweet Potato. Let's call it the Fat Rabbit. That sounds funny to me. Okay. Destroy. I don't want to destroy the plant. It's still growing. Just leave it be. Go kitten. God, part 3 is so funny. They're all so wide, so whenever they all stand in line, they don't fit on the screen. I love that. Just giant buff dudes fight. Look, there's a teddy bear. It's smoking. Oh no. That's not good. Don't do that.
All we have is a little baby reefer right now. Give it some time.
Yeah, I'll give it time. We got businesses to run. What is this at 25%? Okay. Oh, of course, this fucking side mission's all the way out of here. Alright, let's go steal shit while we wait. My baby goat likes children. Oh no. The accusations fly everywhere. Go kitten. Jotaro ain't my favorite. It's Joseph, thank you. I don't remember how old Joseph is in part 2, but he's not a high schooler like Jotaro. And in part 3, he's 67. I wish I was kidding. I'm not gonna try. Yeah, isn't he he's the old guy, and all I know about him is there's like, he says, oh my god, but he always says it really funny. He's like, oh my god. I just love all of them. They're all goofy ass fucking giant buff characters. Oh, I went the wrong way, and I hit a fucking tree. Purple shooting teddy. Don't look at what the teddy's doing. It's doing got bad influences. I don't know why they'd put a little cigarette in his mouth. It's gonna catch him right on fire. God, I'm so glad this is like an off-roading car. This is great for being out in the bayou and the streets. It's actually pretty fast, too. Oh. Anytime I get a good driving streak like this, I'm always impressed that I haven't wrecked. I just hold my breath because I know it's going to be a matter of time. Ooh! Close call. Alright. Oh, they're across. Hold on. They're across the river. Here we are. Right here. Close enough. Cooking. He does. I love it. He's British originally, then moves to America, so he's just busting English when he's shot. Oh, yeah. He says holy shit, too. Oh, my God. I always love when an anime character just sprinkles in a little bit of English for no reason. Same with City Pop. City Pop will have, like, a whole song in Japanese, but they'll just drop, like, 3 words in English. And all of a sudden, it's that much better of a song. Oh, God, he's gonna find the body. Son of a bitch.
You got it.
Oh, boy. They're all worrying.
This body's cold. It couldn't have got far. Nothing. Okay, come on, let's move. What the hell's that about?
I could just take them all on, but I don't really want to do that quite yet. Why are they all hiding into the fucking stabbing cabin? Yeah, come on out here. It's all fun.
I ain't calling his mama. He's out here. Move on. We just lost a man.
I like that they're like a hive mind. They just know when someone dies. When they're like all suspicious. They can just sense it in their little like ecosphere. When someone gets shot in the back of the head, they're like, oh, we lost one.
Huh? Oh. Goddamn right I will. See if he's still there.
Oh.
Okay, come on, let's move.
Oh boy. We just lost a man. You guys really shouldn't just be running around in the woods. Who the fuck is this all the way out here? This dummy. It's got an AK too.
He's not here. Move on.
Hiding in here. Go kidding. I need Joseph so bad it's not even funny. He's so stupid. I need to stop autism gasming everywhere.
No point looking here anymore.
We love a little autism sprinkled around here. That's like half the content of my streams. It's just babbling on about shit that interests me. Or playing games like this that I'm a big fan of that nobody really gives a shit for. This game's a decade old. And it wasn't really well liked on its release, and I don't really know that it's still well liked now. I feel like that's the art of like streaming. is spreading your autism around just a little bit so that others may enjoy it as well. Alright. I have to do this twice. The closest veto racket. Actually, no. I'm going to go all the way to the furthest one. I'd rather do that just so that way fucking we'd have less to drive next time. And my luck, the next fucking semi is going to spawn like all the way over here. Goodbye, Nightcrawler. My awesome car. Now I know I'm going to get attacked at some point. Some fucking gang is going to roll up on me for doing this. Last time I got lucky enough to be right in front of my business, so all my homies came out and beat the shit out of the people attacking me. I'm hoping we can make it to the fucking racket we're trying to go to in time before we get attacked. Because this stinky little silenced pistol I have is not the best. It's great for stealth and it sucks for everything else. So... yeah, and I have to haul ass over there. Wait, why? Hold on. Oh, this just loops back. Okay. Good kitten. People say skip part 2 because it doesn't have stands. Bullshit. Part 2 is so fucking good. And there's Joseph, and Joseph is so stupid in the best JoJo. I take no criticism. God, I should get into watching more anime. I have not had the time to do that in a long while. I'm trying to think, when was the last time I actually tried to watch an anime? Like all the way through. I think it was back in like 2020 when angelic duties were temporarily suspended. And I had nothing but time on my hands, so I watched... what was it? Oh, you know what it was? It was a slice of life game called... slice of life anime called New Game. That I thought was very adorable, and it had 2 seasons, and I watched both in like one day. I loved the shit out of it. But I mostly fuck with slice of life. That's kind of my thing. I don't know why. People are watching like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it's got cool, awesome music and badass fighting and shit. Or whatever other cool anime there are. And here I am watching anime girls live life and just do shit. Just having a regular boring ass day. It's fascinating. Yeah, New Game was great. I wish they'd make another season. That anime's, again, probably like a decade old at this point. Probably longer. What other anime? Oh, I never got to watch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2. Because I was all hyped for it, because I thought, oh, that's cool. I want to see more of Toru and shit. And then the awful arson attack happened. And then I never... really watched it from there because I knew it was going to take a while for them to rebuild. And then even by the time they did rebuild their studio and get things back up and running, I still was like, oh, I'll find time to watch it. Never did. I still haven't. Yeah, Transgender Goblin. I think the last anime I watched was Food Wars. That or Detective Conan. Detective Conan. That sounds familiar. Is that... actually, no, I'm getting that mixed up with something else. There's one anime that I've seen... I don't remember if I finished it, but there was... it's been getting some love, and it's called... what is it? Fucking... I think Gunsmith Cats. It's just about 2 ladies that, like, run guns and shit. It's very cool. It's got a very old style animation. And it only ever had a couple episodes, which sucked. I wish I had more, because it's awesome. Also, like, I'm just taking all this merchandise behind an officer. Just legitimate business right here. Change it to Goblin. Love that little guy. Make me want to watch it again. Never finished it, mind you, but I wish I did. So I never really finish anime. Even when it interests me. I think for me, I've just played too many video games in my life, and I like having an active role in the story. And I feel kind of like bored when I just sit back and watch, even when I'm interested in it. Like, had it not been 2020 and all the things going on in 2020, I wouldn't have finished an anime because I had quite literally nothing else to do. But I don't know what that is. I just like the interaction part of a medium. Right there. There we go. All right. Now, give me my car because we got to go all the way back to the fucking bayou again. Let's take the Barbie car out. Take the Barbie-mobile back to the bayou. Purple sheep dude. The illegal site I was watching it on got taken down before it could. The best way to watch anime is just through some random site that's hosting it. Or like I've said before, the good old days where you had to fucking find like the multiple different parts of it on YouTube. You had to... The thing that sucked about that, when you watch it on YouTube like that, is trying to find that the right uploader who had the right part you're looking for. And if you're just kind of like in a hurry, you'd find like somebody's part 4 is actually like further ahead than someone else's part 3. So you end up getting spoiled without like realizing it. Oh, those are the good old days. Sometimes I miss old YouTube, and then sometimes I don't, and I remember some of the weird shit I've seen on old YouTube. Ooh, ooh. There we go. There we go. Just Scotland. I need to find another site, too. Every other place that doesn't have the episodes I'm at. Oh. Rip. Bullshit, dude. Normally I'm fine with watching stuff on YouTube, but Detective Conan has over 400 episodes. So I went, you know what? I'm gonna do this some other way. Yeah, in that case, you gotta be a little more efficient. Gookin, trying to focus on gooning over Joseph and the episode I'm watching right now. Multitask gooning. A lot going on. If anyone can get it done, it's a gooner. Ginger Goblin. I watched my first ever anime on YouTube. It was a weird experience. I don't even remember what my first... I know Sailor Moon was one of my very first animes. I think Sailor Moon Inuyasha. Though I think at that point I was way too young to really understand. It was just... Cartoon Network used to have... Actually, they used to play anime on Cartoon Network. And then when they got their own nighttime scheduling block, they called it Adult Swim. And then on Adult Swim, they had Toonami. Toonami was where they played their fucking anime, and it was awesome. And the voice for Tom, the virtual character host of Toonami, was Steve Blum, aka motherfucking Spike Spiegel. It was awesome. So I watched a lot of anime through that, but I never actually finished because it was just like... I think they would run the episodes regularly, so every night it would be the next episode of the anime, but I never started it right, so I never really caught up. Oh shit, there's someone right here. Let's see, what are we dealing with? Oh, I could have taken that guy out alone. He was an outlier. Oh, there's a lot of fucking people here. Oh boy. Okay. Shoot, dude. So sounds more interesting than One Piece to me. Is that... 1180 as of now. Shit. Man. Ooh, Sailor Moon. Yeah, I like Sailor Moon. I have a family member who likes One Piece, and I tried getting into One Piece, but there's so many episodes. I'm never catching up to that shit. I'm so far beyond catching up at this point. I could never hope to do that. I hear it's good, but if I'm that far behind, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna try. I'm just, it's beyond me. It's like trying to get into The Walking Dead now, except The Walking Dead kind of sucks. But if you didn't, like, start now, it's gonna be a little hard to get into it. Alright, that was a lot of noise, Lincoln. You're being real noisy. There we go. Change of the Goblin. I don't remember the name of that anime. It was a harem. Watched it in Spanish. I didn't understand Spanish at the time. And in the wrong order. That's the best way to watch anime on YouTube with random dubs. I watched that a few years ago. I feel like it didn't age too well. Sailor Moon? Probably not. Change of the Goblin. Need to watch Sailor Moon. Started reading One Piece recently. Yeah, I've never... It seems interesting to me. But like I said, I'm so far behind on that, I don't know that I'll ever be able to quite catch up. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. He's like shadowboxing. Then again, I watched the dub, and now back in the days they often changed stuff, so it might be why. Oh, Sailor Moon. I remember. Even when I was a wee little lad, watching Sailor Moon, there was the two sailors. I always forget who. Sailor... who was it? Sailor Jupiter and Sailor... Was it Jupiter and Venus or Jupiter and Saturn? I know two of them were... Basically, two of them were, like, very, very heavily implied to be in a relationship. Like, all but outright stated that they're gay. And I remember... Oh, shit. I almost got caught. I remember that the couple, they're two sailors that were basically dating. And in, like, English, when I would watch it on, like, Toonami or wherever I was watching it, they always, like, made it a point to dub that they weren't, like they were cousins. Like, that's why they were so close and intimate. It's because they were cousins, not because they were a couple. Which, I guess, I don't know, if you really feel like you need to scrub that relationship out, but, like, I feel like it's weirder at that point. Just let them be gay. Like, I have cousins. That's not really how cousins act, but if you want to lie to yourself about that, okay. They're not gay, they're just cousins. Seraph Vtuber, like, some of the ideas they were putting forward, there's also a lot of stuff I didn't like. Yeah, that's the thing with older media like that, is there's definitely things that are cool about it, but then, you know, it doesn't always age great. Which, it's kind of just a product of its time. Comes with the territory. What do we have left over there? Joking. It's on the ending song now. I can goon. I love him. He's so perfect and stupid. His whole thing is just insane. Plot armor and bluffing. Goblin. Got back into Naruto 2 in French though, which feels illegal. About the cousins thing. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why they had to. They can't be gay, but they can be cousins who all but almost kiss every time they're on screen together. It's a very weird thing to paint them as instead. For the sake of just not saying that they're, you know, a couple. It's Uranus and Neptune. That's who it was. I don't know why I thought it was Jupiter and Venus. Oh yes, come over here. Or don't. And who's left? There. Should be everybody. Sheep dude. Cooking your anus. But Sheepdude, they technically had other homosexual characters. They didn't change them, and that always confused me. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe it's because specifically they're like the heroes, and they're like, oh, if they see two of the heroes being gay, then kids across the nation are gonna be gay too. Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that maths out, but wait a second. Oh, just drive across this patch of grass. I was like, there's no road here. This doesn't really matter. What was Sheepdude? Like, I remember two of the villains were very gay and it showed. My poor little Zoe site was done dirty. Zoe site. That's a new word. That or my headache is making me stroke out when I read things. I'm trying to think, what other characters? I'm trying to think if there's other characters that were like all but gay, but oh, you know what? I remember watching when I was small enough and actually watching cartoons. I remember there was the Powerpuff Girls, and one of the villains whose name was literally, I think, just him. Like, he didn't have, his name was just him, and he didn't have like an actual name. I think they're trying to portray him in a certain way. I just can't put my finger on it. I could never really tell. It's just a little subtle. Oh no, don't crash. Bro, Sheepdude. He was one of the early villains, and he was trying so hard to please his boyfriend all the time, but failing against the Sailor Guardians. Poor guy. Oh, Zoe Sight, that's right, okay. Character's name, Zoe Sight. The only villain I really remember is Queen Beryl, but it's like more of a bigger, probably because they're like a bigger character. Should have gone, yes, him. You remember him. I remember him too. Good kitten. Joseph has a bit all of part 2 where he'll just go, your next line is blank. He's always right. His whole thing is just bluffing and premonition. Bus everywhere. Isn't that a meme? I've seen that as a meme too. It'll be like, and the next thing you'll say is, and then they actually say, they're like, what the fuck? Whoa. Pushy dude. I think that was a big part of it because they were villains, they weren't censored, but they also had kind of toxic relationship. It was weird. Only the bad guy can be gay. That's what they said. Oh no, you motherfucker! I almost ran over your skull, you bastard. I hate that NPCs do that. Every time you're driving by them, they get scared. They jump into your wheels like a lemming. Or at least a Disney lemming. I wish Disney would bring back. I'm not a big Disney fan, but I remember in the older movies, they would always have like a lesson with the villain. Like the villain would lose one way or another, and they always died in the most fucked up ways. Why can't Disney do that shit again? Like bring back the villains getting fucked up royally. No pun intended. Like, wasn't there a villain? I forget which movie it was. But in one of them, he, like, just gets hanged. And, like, it's just, they don't show it, but I think they show it, like, shadows. And, like, oh, there you go. He's dead. Bring that shit back. It's better than whatever they're doing now. Let's bring this one for now.
Just gonna take a squirt, and I'll get her out to you.
Set of Hot Wheels just like you ordered.
That's a big help.
Let's see. Okay, so I think that should be it for Lincoln. Or, Vito. So got that. Got that. How is our flower doing? Ooh, it's almost done. So let's go here and help out Burke. This fucking moonshine distillery. And I think once I get everyone's profits boosted up, we'll go help with their personal mission again. Their next one, because they each should have. Yeah, he has a new favor mission. I think, yeah, they all should, because they all got territory. Let's go. Bro Sheep Dude, I remember watching an in-depth video about queer representation in media and how most of the time they implied queer characters on villain, or queer characteristics on villain characters. Him was an example in that video too. Because a lot of the jokes were about his ambiguous gender presentation. Yeah, I don't remember exactly how he was presented because it was so long ago. I almost ran over somebody again in front of an officer. I just remember that, like, the villain aspect of him was really well written, because even as a wee little lad, anytime he was on screen, there's just an unsettling aura. But then as I got older, I was like, oh, there's other little layers to this, I see. Sorry, Queen. Also, like, every Disney movie villain has some queerness also. Yeah. What's his name from Beauty and the Beast? Gaston just wanted to make out with his lackey. But he never got that chance. He would never admit that. If he had just done that, if Gaston just made out with that guy who's always hyping him up, maybe he would have chilled the fuck out and stopped having so many problems. Would have mellowed him out. Or Beast. Maybe he actually wanted Beast all the time. Oh, no. The game almost crashed. That's what I get for saying that. That fucking mouse is listening to me right now. Doesn't like the things I'm saying. Uh-oh. Let's pause the game for a second. Let that cool off. Ginger Goblin. Is this LeFou? LeFou? Yes, I agree. K-Sex would fix that, man. Maybe a lot of Disney villains just need to, I don't know, kiss a guy, mellow out a bit, and fix them. But they're also villainous. A lot of villains in history probably need that too. Everyone's just gay. Thanks, fucking making me talk crazy. Well, Sheep Dude. Honestly, seeing that video made me sad because of the homophobic implications, but it also makes so much sense why so many people connected deeply with the villains and why they were fan favorites. It is pretty interesting, that phenomena. I would think also part of it, well, on a separate tangent about like villains, people liking villains. It's kind of just like in concept for societies, especially America. Like, America as a whole is a big fan of, like, villains. Which, I mean, I'm playing a video game about being a villain. I think it was developed in... I forget where Hangar 13 Studios are. Bro Sheep Dude, yes, Gaston's 100% gay. Hard reset via the prostate. That's what fixes them. You just push the button and they're chill. Cooking my Wi-Fi is so evil. Oh no. I said, oh no. So many people here too. My game was being evil. It was like lagging and just freezing. Just concerning. Likes to do that sometimes, this game. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to hit that shot. Ooh. Real Sheep Dude, like trying to demonize queerness from a young age, and instead people... Oh shit. Okay, I'm getting loosey-goosey here. There we go. Trying to demonize queerness from a young age, and instead, people who don't see those demons feel rather they can connect. Yeah, kind of the opposite effect. He was absolutely filmed. Oh my god, he's so good. You gave that evil vampire motherfucker such a slutty wasted sharp-ass eyeliner. That's what I like about that series too. They're all, as the youngins say, they're all serving cunt on levels we could never imagine. But like I was saying, like relating to villains, definitely interesting for sure. Kind of like an American aspect, which is kind of, I mean, it makes sense because America started as a country that was like a colony of Britain. And then we said, you know what? Fuck that. We want to be our own people. So we kind of broke a lot of rules to get there. It kind of reminds me that in World War II, if I remember correctly, when Italy was still against the U.S., they hadn't, or I think, yeah, Italy was against the U.S. for a while, and I'm pretty sure they eventually, did they defect and help the U.S.? I can't quite remember. I know they're definitely on the axis of evil for a while, but basically, at one point there were propaganda posters that were made from Italy to like demonize Americans and try to like lower their morale. And the way they portrayed Americans was they were like cigar chomping, like violent murderers. And I remember there's like one where it's like what's supposed to be an American soldier like sneering and like smoking a cigar on a pile of bodies with a Tommy gun. And reportedly, American soldiers would find those posters whenever they'd go around Italy in different areas for, you know, like liberating areas. And then they would actually look at it and see it as like a symbol of pride. And I think they actually took them back as souvenirs because they thought it looked so cool. But, you know, sometimes people identify with the villain a little more. They think it's badass. And it kind of has the opposite effect. Changing to Goblin. Villains make the best characters too. That is true. People like to see a good villain. Well, not a good villain, but like that's literally the plot to, I'm trying to think the last time I ever watched like an actual Disney movie. Fucking Wreck-It Ralph. Whenever that came out. I don't want to know when that came out because that was like the last Disney movie I sat and watched. And I know it's a long time, but the whole plot is he's a villain and he doesn't like it. And then he's like, you know what? Being a villain is pretty fucking rad. And then the movie ends and they have that awesome song by Owl City at the end that I really like. This thing is slow. I did not realize this truck was going to be so fucking horribly slow. I guess it is being weighed down by a bunch of whiskey, so maybe that's why it's slower. Pro sheep dude. Anyways, I'll stop rambling because I could really go on for hours, Lamau. You tell I'm not interested in that subject. I like to see people ramble. I'm always the one rambling. It's nice to switch it up sometimes. Because then it gets me rambling some more. Changing to Goblin. Oh god, Wreck-It Ralph. Yes, Owl City. I loved the fuck out of Owl City when I was younger. I feel like, you know when like people like theorize that when you like trains, that's like a sign that you might really like have a little bit of autism and not know it. Like if you're super into trains or dinosaurs or things like that, that's like, oh, maybe they have a little bit of autism. I feel like if you, as a younger person, liked Owl City, there might be a sign that you're not 100% straight. Maybe. Just a little bit. Fuck, I loved Owl City. That shit was awesome. I still think it's great. I don't know if they still make music. I'm pretty sure they don't. Owl City or, what's the other one? Two Doors Down. I'm trying to think of the shit that I found through Tumblr. I was on Tumblr. Was it Two Doors Down? Or I might be getting the name of that band confused with the name of a song. Or not, Three Doors Down. That's another one. I'm trying to remember. There's the people who made fucking What You Know. That song. I like Three Doors Down, but I'm thinking of a different. I think I'm getting confused with a completely different musician group. Change to Goblin. I can't defend myself. Owl City fucking slaps. They do. Owl City does slap. They make great music. And you can't deny it. Cooking. It was more so Cave Town, methinks. It's another one. Cave Town. Fuck, it's gonna bother. Let me see. I'm thinking of a completely different. I'm getting it confused with someone else. Let me see. What you know. Where is it? Where is it? I have it. Oh, the Two Door Cinema Club. That's what I was thinking of. Not Three Doors Down. Two Door Cinema Club. Like they made What You Know and I forget the other song. But that one, that group.
I'm on foot in downtown and need some new wheels.
Just gonna take a squirt, and I'll get
Okay,
ready.
also, Two Door Cinema. Okay, yeah, you got it too. Two Door Cinema Club. Yes. The main reason I know that song is because I remember. Again, might give some hints and answers. Is I remember when I was like smaller. I saw. There was a fucking... Somebody made an AMV. It was a group collaborative AMV. And the whole point of it... Oh my god, it's so far into the bayou. Son of a bitch. It was a group collaborative AMV. And it was using that song, What You Know by Two Door Cinema Club. And the whole theme of it was literally just Yuri versus Yaoi. And it was just gay couples and lesbian couples in anime. Ships, specifically. And that was one of the many things that opened up my many eyes to the fact that maybe Seraphim isn't 110% straight, or even 100%. I remember seeing that for the first time, thinking like, "Whoa, girls kissing," and then like. A minute in being like, whoa, guys kissing, what the fuck? It started making me think, like, wait a minute, wait a second here. Cooking stream delay is so evil. I hate my Wi-Fi forever. Stream delay. I wonder what stream delay I'm at. I never know. Trips down Old Memory Boulevard. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm realizing it's been a hot minute since I logged into Tumblr. And that's not going to change anytime soon. And I have no reason to be on that site. Yes, AMV collabs. You know, yeah, you do. AMV collabs. That was that good shit. AMVs are one thing. AMV collabs are another. Oh, sheep dude. I think they don't do it anymore, but man, there used to be this shit on my art-heavy YouTube. I wasn't even that big into art, because I can't draw to save my life. I just liked songs, and seeing them put to animes, I thought was awesome. Change to Goblin. I still use Tumblr. That's fine. I feel like I've grown, like, I don't have any reason to use it. I used to use it at a certain phase of my life, and then I stopped. But, like, there's good artists there, there's people who can write, like, there's all kinds of, like, creatives on there. None of which I can contribute to, so there's no reason for me to be there anymore. That was just this place I started to realize that bisexuality is a thing. And boy, oh boy, is it a thing. Did my ass learn? I just remember DeviantArt. Oh. DeviantArt is... It's a site. It's definitely a site. I remember I learned the nature of DeviantArt when I was a wee lad. And I was looking for wallpapers. Because I thought wallpapers were fucking awesome. And they are. And I would try to find wallpapers for like Sailor Moon and other shit that I liked at the time. Cowboy Bebop and things like that. And, ooh boy, I found wallpapers, and then I found other stuff that were definitely not wallpapers. Then I realized that DeviantArt is not a pretty place. DeviantArt's a scary place sometimes. Pearl Sheep Dude. Little Sheep used to see calls from people trying to do collabs and think to themselves, one day Myard's going to be in there. They never did that. Too much of a coward. I mean, it's scary. Plus, I mean, like, in this day and age, you never knew, like, what kind of person is there. Like, they could be totally normal artists, but you have no idea who you're really talking to online. There we go. We're flying through these fucking areas with this pistol. I gotta slow down. I think there's just these three. No, there's gotta be more. I see a couple over there on the mini map, so we gotta deal with them. Oh, I could shoot this guy. I could take him out. Son of a bitch. They got concerned. There. Okay, that was a little messy, but it worked. Okay. Transgender Goblin used to read fanfics on DeviantArt. Discovered Owl City on DeviantArt because of a Ninjago fanfic. Pretty sure it was X-Reader 2. Oh, my cringe era. Everyone has a cringe era. People talk shit on, like, cringy stuff. But everyone has their cringe era at some point. And if you don't think you did, you're still in it. If you think, I never had a cringe era, guess what? You're in it right now. Everyone had one. Had or has one, I should say. Ooh, ooh. Let's see, there's one there. There's like a guy over there too. Go getting. I need Joseph Joestar so bad I can't hold it. Is this like Postal Dude all over again, where you didn't even realize that he existed, but now that you know. Now that you know. Like never gonna leave your mind. I still like that I introduced you to that lovely degenerate, aka the dude. I'm glad I could feed that awful, or spark that obsession, I should say. Goblin. Yes, I'm very much not ashamed of it. Shape the person that I am today. Yeah, everyone has a little cringe face. That's when you learn shit. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a little... Oh boy, how do I leave? Shit. Oh, I can go this way. Here we go. I was like looking for the way out. Oh, sheep dude. I loved finding fanfic comics on DeviantArt. Sometimes it was really weird shit, but I didn't care. I found it so cool. I always liked... There's like almost a weird charm to people who go on DeviantArt and they would make like... They'd make like really very, very self-insert-y comics and shit. And pieces of art. It'd be like Sonic and Amy and all the other Sonic characters, and then Brandon the Hedgehog just smashed in there. There's a weird charm to that where it's like, oh, you really like that. Say, oh, I almost ran over somebody. So, cooking. Running showed me JoJo's, and we're binging it. Oh my god, Joseph's a masterpiece. Are there any other characters you find appealing, or is it just Joseph Joestar? And is it because he's a buff old dude? This thing is so slow. I forgot how slow these trucks are. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure there's like... Oh, sliding physics. Oh, slow down. Purple sheep dude. Yes, it was a little strange sometimes, but at the end of the day, it was someone having fun, and I had to respect that. Yeah. Definitely. Sometimes I find, like, cringy stuff, like, I'll look at it and be like, oh, this is so cringy. But then I think, like, I mean, they're happy. They're having fun. They're doing their thing. Like, it'll be someone who posts a video where it's like, look at this cringy D&D wedding. And it's like, yeah, it's cringy, but I've been single my whole life, so I don't think I have room to talk shit. DeviantArt was the place for self-insert stuff. I miss it sometimes. It's also... DeviantArt is charming for that regard, but it's also got its own weird shit. Like, it has a reputation for a reason. Which is, you know, kind of sad because of all the cool art that might be there, but I don't know. Someone's got to... There must always be a Lich King. There's always got to be some negative reputation to something. Then you had the occasional lore or toe sucking or something, and I'd be like, that's weird. Oh, it's really well drawn though. That is the thing. Sometimes, I don't know. I like that can be funny because it's really well drawn. I always thought it was funny when it wasn't really well drawn, especially now, because if you think about it, that person is so into whatever the fuck it is that they cobble together something to appeal to their fetish, and they're like, come on, I gotta make this thing a reality. Which is still more like admirable than using AI to do it. The fact that they saw it and they're like, no, I'm not gonna use AI. I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna Photoshop this thing into reality myself. With my own fucking hands. Cooking. Joseph Dio Speedwagon. Zero Zappellelli. Poco Loco, so many. God, I love how stupid this show is. I like that all the stands are named after, like, classic rock songs. Very boomer indeed. Alright. So we did those two. We need to help... Here. Her. So we gotta... go help out Cassandra. Give me this one.
I'm on foot in downtown and need some new wheels.
On it, lad. Just getting her warmed up.
Or people eating other people. People eating other people. People sucking toes. People being turned into furniture. Fucking whatever weird fetish you didn't think someone would like. Trust me, there's a community for it. Which in its own sick and twisted way is almost kind of fascinating. Kind of like how there's a community online for like fire alarms, and like what fire alarms are better than others, why some fire alarms are more interesting to people than others, fan bases for fire alarms, figures in the fire alarm community that are more liked than others. Fascinating what the internet connects people for. Whether you like fire alarms or certain TV shows or sucking toes, there's a fucking group of people for you. For better or worse. Or vor. People who like vor. I always think some fetishes are weird, and then I find something to out-weird the ones I thought were initially weird. And all of a sudden, I was wrong. There's something even fucking worse than I thought. Oh. No. There we go. Alright, so I gotta go pick up some more flowers. I mean, it's pouring out here. Go getting fucking Steel Ball Run. God damn it, I hate Netflix. Have you heard about Steel Ball Run? Excuse you, it's some peak cannibalism stuff. I've heard of Steel Ball Run. I don't actually know. I've heard the name. I don't know what the deal around it or anything like that is. I've heard of it, though. I wouldn't mind learning more about this Steel Ball Run.
Look at who decided to stop by. Thought you forgot about me.
Running weed takes time.
That it does, frère.
Can't imagine what it must have been like running people. How many folks you think you got out of Haiti?
I only remember those I could not save.
Bullshit. When I was in country, once in a while we get a chance to evacuate a village before the napalm dropped. Wasn't our SOP, but we still did it. Had a couple close calls when the bombers showed up early. But I remember every single face.
So how many were there?
43? Should have been more, but some folks didn't trust us. Thought we were gonna march them into a shallow grave.
That's a good back crack.
Nothing motivates quite as well as fear.
Not a damn thing. So how with it? What was your count?
226.
Goddamn.
One boat every night for 10 months. Mostly women and children. The men were either enlisted or disappeared. We had more refugees than we knew what to do with. They didn't always survive the trip, but dying on the bateau running from Papa Doc was better than the alternative.
Dodging Dixie cocksucker sounds like Christmas morning by comparison.
If you would have told me 15 years ago that all this would happen, I would have called you crazy. I believe I die an old man with my family all around me.
Yeah. Not in this life, anyway.
No. Not in this life.
How many times are you gonna crack your back,
Keep
buddy?
bringing in the marijuana, frère. This is our life now.
I think it just made me really
Go
sad.
to this warehouse. Inside, there's a large stash of our weed. Kill the assholes guarding it and then bring it back.
Okay. Out I go. There's blood on the wall there. You guys might want to clean that. Let's see. Where? Oh, they're all the way out. Middle of fucking nowhere. Okay. Dude, I'm not saying they weren't good, Lamau, just that it was noticeably different. Yeah. Definitely some interesting things you find people are into there. Cooking. Oh my god, Sarah. Fucking EP1. Episode 1 of Steel Ball Run finally got animated and released. People were expecting a normal update schedule. Netflix updates a trailer for episode 2 on YouTube. It says episode 2, 2026. Literally all of 2026. Episode 2 in 2026. Like, they just don't have a date of when they're going to do. Just some point in 2026, it'll be there. It'll be out when it's out, is what they're saying. That stinks. That's the thing I guess that's like the one upside to, like, not following a TV show or an anime or something, like, consistently like that, is, like, having to wait for the next entry. Like, it keeps you fun and, like, grouped up in the fan base, but, oh man, the wait. Like, probably the worst part. Let's see. Okay. Probably still have to take a boat out to go get that shit. I think the only series I really like, well, I wouldn't say really, but one series I do kind of like to follow it'd probably be something like John Wick. And even then, I don't like anxiously sit at the edge of my seat for the next John Wick movie. I just hear they're going to make another one. I go like, oh, that's cool. That's pretty sick. I've seen leaks that'll end in fucking 2028. And it'll come out in 10 episode batches every 6 months. Damn. I mean, that's pretty good, right? 10 episode batch, like, that's like a whole season. Every half a year. That's not bad. Especially if you know there's going to be more than 10 episodes. Because there's like animes that'll be like, alright, we had a good season, and that's it. That's all you'll ever see of them. Because the artists just decide to stop it, or got arrested for tax evasion or something. Or something far worse than tax evasion. But damn. Yeah, I've heard of Steel Ball Run. I've seen things like bits and pieces and references to it, but I don't actually know anything about it. I never watched the show as it comes out. Ryan wanted to watch Steel Ball Run, though. So I was like, sure. And I'm suffering with him. Damn. That's like the upside and downside. Like, if you're actively, like, watching the show, then you get to be with other, you know, in, like, online communities and shit. And it'll be like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know? And, like, you all get to be on the same page. But then you all also are just sitting there, like, waiting and frothing at the mouth for the next episode. Which sucks, because I would be doing the same. I'd be like, fuck, when's the next episode coming out, man? Pro Sheep Dude. I wonder who you're talking about with tax evasion. I don't remember the artist. I just remember seeing there was some, like, anime artist who got arrested for tax evasion, and this came out after a string of different artists were getting arrested for a very different thing that was a lot, like, worse, I'll say. And they're like, what the fuck did you do? Oh no, like, please tell me he's not one of these weirdos who's drawing, you know, that lowly shit. And they're like, oh, they just, like, avoided taxes. And they're like, actually, you know what? That's pretty good for you. All right. Oh, fucking drama queen over here. Cooking, dude, I want you to imagine the most intense fight scene you can imagine. Character on the edge of death or some shit. And then to be continued, and you won't know till 6 months later. Oh, that fucking sucks. Yeah, that's pretty fucking brutal. That blows. Pro Sheep Dude. Oh! It's the mangaka of Apothecary Diaries. That's what it was. He's absolutely fucking hilarious to me. She didn't even avoid it. She was so into making her manga that she forgot. Which, I mean, in that case, you'd think you could, like, maybe argue your way to a nicer, like, resolution to that. Fuck, I gotta slow down. I remember people being like, based, she fucking ignored taxes, fuck yeah. It's like, she didn't mean to, it just kinda happened. You get busy. There we go. As I've been watching past seasons of Red End, every time there's a cliffhanger mid-fight, I just think, fuck, imagine having to wait. And those waits were just a week. This shit is fucked. Oh. Okay, yeah, that would suck. That would really fucking suck.
Okay then. See you next time. Moving out.
It's like, the worst of it too is like, I don't know if it's almost worse that you know in 6 months you're gonna get a resolution because... That's right, we gotta navigate these fucking waterways. Oh, this isn't so bad. It's like a straight shot. Okay, I think... Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. But I remember, like, I was a huge fan of Panty and Stocking. And, like, if you've never... is it even spoilers? That anime is, like, so many years old now. The first season. But I remember way back when they made that anime, they kind of, like, half-jokingly teased. They're like, oh, you want to see what happens to the fucking Anarchy Sisters? You're gonna have to wait for season 2. And it's like, we gotta go on an adventure and save them in season 2. And for fucking over a decade, nothing came out. But there's like a vague idea. That's why when I first heard they're making a season 2 to Panty and Stocking, and it was like confirmed, I was like, yeah, okay, they do this like every other fucking year. I'm sure it's real this time. And then, like, I waited for the ball to drop of it being like, it's just another hoax, but wouldn't it be cool? And that didn't happen. And it kept getting closer and closer. I was like, huh? And then I'd see clips of the new season. I'm like, no fucking way. They actually made one. Oh, I was so happy. But I kind of didn't hold my breath on it because it happened so many times where they would tease such a fucking season coming, and it never did. So, like, on the one hand, at least you know it's gonna happen, but still, 6 months. That's fucking brutal. Yeah, especially because JoJo is not at all afraid to kill its darlings. Oh my god. Never watched an anime so chill with killing off its really important characters. Man. I would argue that... I don't want to spoil anything, but like Ruby kind of went in that direction a little bit, and that shocked me. But then Ruby turned into what Ruby became. It was a lot less impressive. Pearl Sheep Dude. In the end, I think she got a small fine and was mandated by the court to get an accountant who would do it for her. She had to pay back what she owed, of course. Okay, that's not too bad. Could have been worse. Because, yeah, it's not like she intended to hide money from the government. She's just like, oh, fuck, I got busy. Whoopsie. Which I'd imagine when you're making a huge anime like Apothecary Diaries, that, you know, things go by the wayside a little bit. You forget. Good kidding. Dude, I got on Twitter today, not thinking about how it's April Fool's in some places. Immediately saw a post about how No Game No Life is getting a season 2. Check the comments. Pain. That's what I mean. Like, either that, it would be like an April Fool's thing where they'd be like, Penny and Stalking, season 2, here it comes. Or it would just be out of the blue. Some rando motherfucker would go online and be like, yo, I just got a leak, and it's true. They're making season 2. And there'd be some people who would go with it, i.e. young Seraphine. And then eventually I got wise to it, where people would be like, how do you know that? They'd be like, bro, trust me, don't worry. It's gonna happen. I forgot tomorrow's fucking April Fool's Day. I never know how that's gonna... Anytime... I like to see some things. Like, video games will get funny with April Fool's Day. But... like, I remember... one year... This is really gonna date me. I remember, I think it was Minecraft, when it was still, like, in alpha and owned by Notch and still being developed. They did an April Fool's prank where they made a chest. Whenever you made a world, there would be a chest. And that chest acted like a shop. And you could buy cosmetics like it was TF2. And it was just like a gag or just stupid random shit that you would never use. And then when you tried to actually buy anything, it would just jump scare you and be like, April Fools. Which I thought was funny. That's like one video game April Fools that I remember. Magnum Force 86. Welcome. Hi. Hello. Welcome in. Playing Mafia 3. We're just doing some side business stuff because I need to catch up on all that. I think next stream we'll actually take over some new territory. Oh shit, I just remembered my flowers. Fuck. Alright. Next time we go out to the bayou, we gotta go collect our flowers. They're ready. You're kidding. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is so evil. Fights, they'll kill mains. It doesn't matter. Every season, enough of a time skip, almost everyone is fucking dead. Insane. I miss Speedwagon. Bring my narrator man back to me. It's always nice when they don't give a shit and they'll just go for it. Keeps things interesting. Like, I don't want to spoil Ruby, even though it's not good. Wait a second. Man, why would you take me out? I don't need to go here. Go here. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything with Ruby, even though I'm pretty sure this spoiler happened, like, in 2015, like, a long time ago. But, like, I liked when they went in that direction a little bit, and then the show turned not so good, and then it didn't really matter. The one thing I liked out of Ruby, the one thing that I liked, well, I should specify, out of recent Ruby, the one thing that I liked was that a ship pairing that I called from fucking season 1 was confirmed to be canon so many years later. I called that shit so far. That was like my OTP for that show. I called it like fucking Barry Bonds, or not Barry Bonds, fucking Babe Ruth, the Great Bambino. Fucking calling that shit. You gotta be kidding me.
I need someone to kill these Barclay motherfuckers. I'm in Barclay and I'm up to my ass in cops.
Right away.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh my god, I'm out of... Right in the middle of me yapping, you gotta send a fucking hit squad after my ass. Fucking shit. Ah, that sucked. That took all of my fucking heals. Alright. Whatever. Can I still drive this? Please tell me I can drive this. Okay. We're good. I thought they popped the tires. I was gonna make things so much worse. But yeah, like I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, that was like the one thing that I liked about recent Ruby was that the OTP that I called from the very beginning of the show in season 1, like Babe Ruth getting ready to point out and smack that home run. I called that shit so far in advance. Even after I stopped watching the show, and I had seen clips that the two characters I had shipped together were like a couple officially, I felt so vindicated. And then I watched that clip specifically where they get confirmed as a couple, and then I never watched anything else from that show since. Even after Rooster Teeth shut down. That's all I needed to see, that I was right. Young, mildly gay Seraphim was correct. He called that shit so far ago. There we go. Alright, now I have another fucking... First, we gotta go here. And then we'll go get some more flowers. And then we'll start getting everybody's little personal favors done. Give me this.
Send me a new ride. I'm in Barclay.
On it, lad. Just getting her warmed up.
Cookin'. Speedwagon's whole thing is just that he really loved the Joestars because Jonathan Joestar, such a pure-hearted gentleman, he just kind of followed them around and try to help. He helps raise Joseph, my love, my life. Busts whenever. Busts whenever. I like that. He just likes them because they're chill dudes. Oh, you know what? I need to, before I fucking die out here, I should probably restock.
Requesting a supply run to Barclay Mills.
Be out directly.
Here we go. I need more medicine. I need more armor. I need a little bit of everything, buddy. Cooking. Whenever. I meant everywhere. Oh. That makes more sense. You're just letting me know. I'll bust, whenever I so damn desire. Or the fancy strikes, I suppose.
I'll be with that. See you later.
Alright. Just inject ourselves with a little bit of adrenaline and hit the road. Okay, we gotta go harvest our flower, because it's ready. And then we can plant our new custom one that we just crossbred. Cooking. God, I just burst out laughing in my kitchen. It's 11, please, Sarah. You're killing me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I'm just a single, lowly, fucking small VTuber. Please, I don't mean to. Oh, we're going fast. This is gonna end in disaster. This is gonna be a problem. Uh-oh, we're flying fast and loose. These roads are wet. Gotta slow the fuck down here. There we go. Still thinking about Ruby. I just remembered they made an actual anime adaptation of it, which is pretty cool, and it had a sick soundtrack. And then they also had a fucking crossover with DC comic books, which was bizarre. And if I remember correctly, this was kind of like towards the end of Rooster Teeth, I think, because they got bought out by Warner Brothers, so they had access to like Warner Brother IPs, including DC. And like there was a small like OVA season of Ruby where it almost felt like something that you'd find on DeviantArt, where it was like some heroes, I think Batman, Wonder Woman, I forget who else, they end up somehow getting transported into the world of Ruby. So that, but then they also are within the world. So like Batman is a bat fauna, and the fauna are like the half animal, half people. So he's like actually a Batman, and then like Wonder Woman, I don't know what the fuck, but they all like have weapons based on their fucking actual powers, and their semblances are based on their powers. It was a thing. I never watched any of it. I just remember hearing it and went, "That's fucking weird." I never watched it. The idea of it seemed silly and interesting. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but definitely a thing. Let's see. We can't sell there. Nobody wants our crap. 2109, 1993. Let's sell here. Tickfall Harbor. All right. Time to plant. Time to plant some fat rabbit, baby. I think we'll do that. There we go. I don't think we can buy any new upgrades still. We have to hit level 3. No. Trying to see if I forgot an upgrade in trying to save some money. No. Alright. Can I crossbreed another plant while I'm here? Good kitten. I'm trying so hard to be quiet, sir. You're never allowed to be funny ever again. I'll try. Shouldn't be too hard for me. Let's mix... You know what? Can I I can crossbreed my crossbreed. I can crossbreed the fat rabbit with something. Grow the stream. Oh, well, I have to grow it at least once. Okay, we can't do that yet. Let me try mixing a ditch with some random shit. How about... Can I have this plant that just grows really fucking quick? How about that? Frisco Kid Rainbow Train. Needs peace. We'll call it the Frisco Kid. Cool. Alright, that shit will grow. We'll come back. Alright. Back to this shit. Time to go. At least we're on the bayou already. Letting my flowers grow. And now the flowers will grow. Go kitten. Damn it, you said you'd never be funny again. And it made me think of busting whenever again. And I laughed. It's so over. Just can't help it. Natural comedian. I just need a clown nose. Oh, it's actually not that far at all. Actually, no, it is going to be far because we're going to have to... Oh, wait, that's right. She's right next to the bayou. Sweet. I think once I deliver this bundle of weeds, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Well, first we have to go secure it, then we got to fucking... We got to drive it... Secure it wherever this is. However... Oh, you know what? No. Fuck, I forgot. We gotta drive out to the boat. With the boat. I forgot her supply missions are so long. We gotta get the boat here, drive the boat out, pick it up, drive that all the way back to a port over here, then drive it. You know, I'm gonna run to the bathroom right now. It's gonna take a minute. This mission, I forgot how long these missions take. I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. I'm back. I've returned. Alright. Let's go steal a boat. Cooking. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 reference. Jesus, I have got to cool the autism. That's what I say when I'm like slugging back packs of sweet and sour sauce. And all that red dye is just going straight to my veins. I gotta settle down. They're talking about shit like GTA lore and fucking stupid shit. Trying to think, what would my fixation really be? I don't know that I have one super bad. When I was smaller, it used to be Thomas the Train. God, I fucking love Thomas the Train. Trains are fucking awesome. What am I... It's telling me to come here. Oh... You motherfuckers. I gotta cross the water to get in there. Dude. Oh, I don't like that. Dude. Alright. Okay. So, I gotta get into the boat that's on this little island here. The problem is that this whole fucking... all of this water, all of the water in the game is infested with fucking alligators. How am I gonna get over there without getting bit? I'm gonna get mauled by a fucking alligator, dude. Let me... I don't even know if I can get any closer than this. Man, okay. I can't jump this. It's gonna be... okay, go this way. Okay. Like, I don't see alligators here. What is the quickest way? Oh, you know what? Actually, they might have a fucking... Look, there's one right there. Probably shouldn't be walking this close to the fucking shoreline. Get attacked by a gator. Yeah, if you just swim in the water long enough, you'll get mauled by an alligator. I think you get an achievement for it, which I'd rather not get because I don't want to have to drive all the way from fuck knows where back to here. Cooking. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3's whole thing is that they're traveling across the world from Japan to Egypt to get to Dio. You were talking about the long trip, and my brain just autism-gasmed. I've had many different main obsessions over the years, and honestly, I've been without one for about a year now. Went from Warriors to FNAF to Sans to dating sims to ASMR. Now I'm lacking. My big obsessions last years, but I've kind of been hopping from thing to thing lately. I think everybody kind of hops between obsessions. Like for me, I'm playing Mafia. I play through the Mafia series on stream because I love the Mafia series. But I also like, for example, Hotline Miami. I'd like to play that on stream. I'm gonna get fucking mauled by a gator out here, dude. I don't know how we're gonna just shore up to this island and not get caught. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Aside from Thomas the Train, the tank engine, if I ever had any other big... GTA, I guess. I've played through most of the series, though. Yeah, I think that guy might have seen me. We're just gonna sneak over here and forget about him. Okay, those two are just sitting there with their thumb in their ass, so we can't do much with them. Let's see. Then we gotta clear the boat area. How do I do this? That's that guy. We can take this guy out here. Get in through the back here. Okay, well, we can break in here. Cooking. Usually I have one main thing that I live and breathe. Like how I'd read Sans fanfic 12 hours a day, listen to ASMR every waking moment. Maybe it's because I'm not alone all the time. Now that I can't full invest into something like I'm used to. Maybe. Mayhaps. Change into Goblin. I hop between obsessions so much. I can switch after like 2 weeks sometimes, but I have like a big MDZS obsession recently the last 2 years, which is a record by a fuck ton. I don't have any major obsessions that I can think of. Just a fan of certain stuff. And then when I'm like a fan of something, I'd like to know more and more about the lore. Like, case in point in this game, one of the characters, the main antagonist, has like a third brother that gets referenced from time to time, but never actually like you see on screen because he's dead.
We got a body here.
Son of a bitch.
He was here a minute ago.
Oh, there he goes. But like once I get into something, I want to know more and more about it. Or like Hotline Miami is another one. There's only 2 games. It's a top-down, like one of those games that it's difficult because you have to like clear out a whole area. You'll see when I play it on stream. But it's like a pretty simplistic looking game, but the lore in it is so cool, and I like the characters, and that I'll get like deep into. Where I want to know more and more about it. That was bad. That was shitty. I don't know how I missed so bad. Is he gonna get ate by an alligator? Yup. There he goes. Oh, there's the last guy right there. Is this the boat? It is. Perfect. You're kidding. Usually mine lasts a year or 2. Of course, I've had little things during them, but it always goes back to the main thing. Oh, get in. Here's your goblin. Right now, just deep into Dan May. Same for me, just faster. Oh, oh. They take away your guide for like... Oh, we gotta go all the way out to the ocean. Oh, wait. It's already here. Oh, okay. Well, that's easy. So we just gotta go this way. I thought we'd have to go out to the fucking ocean. That makes it easier. Saves us that little bit of a trip. Yeah, we just gotta go through this canal here and then turn around. Cooking. I don't remember how much about Hotline Miami, but I remember thinking that the silent walk back out the door at the end of the missions was cool. That, I love that detail. Oh, it's so cool. Like, there's a specific track, and it's different between the 2 games. But I do like that, because it really does, people in comment sections have pointed it out, it really does, like, make you realize just how brutal your character is. Because you go through killing an entire building full of people, and then after you've done it, probably after, like, a few attempts, like, if you're me, you take a few attempts, you kill everybody, you feel badass, and then the music just stops. And it's just this droning, creepy, static music, like, not even music, this ambiance that plays. As you have to, like, walk back and look at all the people you murdered to get there. That I like. That was always cool. Ooh. Here we go. Yes, I like Hotline Miami a lot. I want to play through both of them on stream. But the attempts to beat it are gonna take a while. It's one of those games, it's definitely trial and error. It's one of those games I also find interesting when I see people speedrun it, like the mastery you have to have over that. And you get to play as at least 3 different fat dudes in the second game, so that's cool. That's pretty interesting. If I remember correctly. I don't remember their name. Well, I think I kind of remember 2 of their names. I don't remember the third one. Actually, no, I think I remember all 3 of them. I just did. I'd be so fucked if I went through stuff faster. When I'm really into stuff, I feel the need to spend $1 billion and collect stuff. Also, God, I love my Wi-Fi. For me, I don't know. I never really buy fan merchandise. Like, I have some things. I have, I have a little Hatsune Miku, like, keychain thing. Because I like Hatsune Miku, so I have that on my keychain. And then, what else do I have, fan-wise? Like I think I said in a short, I have, like, a Joker mask from Persona 5. But I dressed up as Joker one time, so that's why I still have it. The costume I have somewhere, too. I don't think I could wear that anymore. It's a little old. I'm sure it's lost somewhere in my garage somewhere. I'm gonna think, what other things do I have? I did buy one piece of merch that I'm still waiting on. The one VTuber piece of merch that I bought. It's so fucking stupid. And I forget about it until I briefly remember it and I go, oh yeah, I did buy that. From one of my favorite VTubers, Dokibird. More or less the inspiration that kicked my ass into VTubing. She, with the help of a company called Vite Ramen, I think, they released a actual fucking knife, a kitchen knife, that looked really cool. And me being someone who likes to collect knives, may or may not have copped it. I don't know when it's coming. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed, so yeah. Brackets at max. Okay, so we got all that done. We can start doing favors now. How long is this? 17%. Yeah, we got time. Let's go talk to Cassandra. And start doing favors for everybody. Goody goody gumdrops. This one.
Send me a new ride. I'm in Barclay.
Just gonna take a squirt, then I'll get her out to you.
Really need to display my knife collection a little better. Though most of them are, like, not that great. A select few of the knives I have are I'm actually more proud of than others. But that knife I bought, that one I would put into, like, a proper case. As it should be. Changing to Goblin. Depending on how long I obsess with something, I do also buy stuff. But I'm mostly grateful that I don't always have the time to get to that point for most of them. I don't know. For me, it's just I don't have the most room in the world. So I think about buying something and I go, I don't really think I would have the space to store this, so I'm not going to get it. Unless it's something like a knife. Even then, I want to have it, like, displayed somewhere in my little office area down here, but, like, where the fuck am I going to put that? I want to find, like, a little display case for that knife, put it on there, have it nice and shiny. And if anyone ever breaks in here, they're fucked. Got my Dokibird knife. I think I still have a knife. With somewhere in here. Oh yeah, I do. I really need to put this one back. Not that you can see it or anything, but you can hear it when I put it in its case right here. It's a fucking Glock Army knife. It's sick. It also needs to be sharpened and cleaned. It's been a hot minute. I haven't had time to tend to my knife collection, unfortunately. But I would like to have a military knife, kind of like Lincoln's, because those are cool. It's like a military buck knife.
are things. The bees are buzzing and the birds are chirping, Mr. Clay. And what they're telling me is that those Dixie motherfuckers are ducking down in the back of rundown shotgun shacks trying to sell off more of their guns. Word is, Dixie's in need of money. Could have something to do with their partnership with the Southern Union. Make their stash ours, and we'll hit them where they hurt.
Alright. Steel guns, you got it. Whoops. I don't know what I knocked over. I hope it wasn't valuable. Goblin. Just bought some Heaven Officials Blessing jewelry. Also books. I have 5 more coming my way. I'm in dire need of more space for those. The one thing, I have books as well, but I think I've mentioned it here and there. But I was trying not to crash there. I keep journals. I keep a journal and I write in it like pretty much every day. And as a result, because I like the physical aspect of it, so I have like a physical actual journal that I write in. The problem is that when you fill out books, you kind of run out of space. Because you get a lot of them. So, yeah, I gotta find room for all these journals and shit. I have like a stack of them by my foot. I don't know. I gotta find a place. I think I did have a place to collect them for a little while. But... oh, here we go. Yeah, I have to make a run to store more journals. But me keeping a day-to-day journal and also a sketching journal can be traced to one video game. Speaking of autism. Autistic obsessions.
Any of these is perfect for home defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking if there is like any mildly autistic obsessions, it's probably with video games that I really get into. Oh boy, there's a lot of people here. I'm gonna think, what's the best way? Because I can't... that guy up there is gonna see me. I could take out these two real quick. Yeah, that was kind of sloppy, but it worked. Oh, I wasn't sure I was going to hit that shot. Go. But, yeah, like with journaling and stuff, the game that really got me into that was none other than Red Dead Redemption 2. In fairness, I did used to keep a journal, but I didn't keep it daily. I'd forget about it, like, too often. So then I would, like, forget that I had a journal, and then I'd try to update with, like, everything that had happened since I'd last written in it, which would be a couple months, and then I'd get bored and then stop. But then Arthur Morgan had a journal. He'd sketch in his journal, too. And I liked Arthur Morgan. I thought Arthur Morgan was fucking cool. And then all of a sudden, I started journaling more often. Like I said, mild autism. Being interested in stuff makes me pick up habits, I guess. Could be worse. Just picking up interesting habits because of a game I really like. There's worse things you could pick up as a habit from a game like Red Dead 2, like robbing people. That would be a worse habit than keeping a journal of your day and your thoughts. It's not too bad. It's pretty nice. I don't sketch in it, though. That's what I have a separate journal for. That I also should update more often. Yeah, this mission was really easy. I was expecting some more bullshit. Yeah, I think that's the one mission that she has. I think each of these underbosses only get one for every territory they have, and they have a maximum of like 3.
It's good to see you again, seeing big things out there on the streets. And it's all because of these guns right here. One of Dixie's biggest customers is our very own police department.
Oh, they each have
They
2.
got a heavy-duty police truck locked down at the station, and it's loaded up with military-grade weapons. The exact kind of firepower those motherfuckers turn around and use on us. Why don't you stop by and do what comes natural?
I'm gonna go steal from the police? I mean, I'll do it, but still. Okay, let's see how we're gonna pull this shit off. Pro Sheep Dude. Man, journals. I have one. I find it funny how, as of now, it's been the same one all my life. Technically, I have... Well... I have one, but it's like custom... it's like a leather exterior, and then you just replace the journal, like, paper inside. But that's like the one that I use. And I just refill the paper. Like a little paper book. The worst part about it is the paper that I write in, it comes in a, like, the size for it, I found on Amazon. There's one that I usually get, and for whatever reason, it looks older, so it's kind of cool, but the edges of the paper are lined in fucking, like, gold dust. like glitter. So when I open it up and I start writing in it, when I open a new journal and replace the paper, fucking everywhere for weeks. There's gold glitter everywhere. And it's like cool, but on the other hand, it does kind of suck when I'm writing in my journal one day and it's been 3 weeks since I replaced the paper. And fucking everywhere. There's glitter. Glitter, glitter, glitter. As great as that song may be. Not so fun to deal with the actual shit in real life. Oh yes, my agenda's that way. It is nice. Because then it's like, oh. I also have it monogrammed with my initials, so that's cool. Here we are. Are you kidding me? You want me to steal? Okay. Alright, I don't know how the fuck... Oh, perfect.
Maybe you should think about what happened to Richie. How he was hung from that Ferris wheel. Goddamn seagulls pecked his eyes out. Poor bastard. Shit out.
Okay, I don't know how we're gonna steal this. Every officer here is gonna fucking hate us. Cheap dude. At some point I try to be really consistent with writing in my journal. I don't know why, it just seemed healthy. I have no idea. It is nice to just get your thoughts and things down to paper. I'm gonna call the... I have 2 minutes to deal with everyone here.
Gotta lose the local pigs here in South Downs.
You got it.
Okay, I like that he goes non-lethal on these guys. But yeah, it's nice. I guess it is nice if you do it day to day. Especially, I don't know. Not exactly. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh no, oh no, oh no, we're gonna get surrounded. Okay, I gotta work fast because I have like a minute to deal with these guys. I don't want to shoot this guy if I can avoid it. Because I think that's just going to bring down a bunch of bullshit on my end. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. There. Yeah, just knock him out. This guy over here, he's like glitching out, so he's kind of a pain to deal with. Yeah, I kind of got distracted in my thought there. I was like trying to strategize. Okay. Sheep dude. Decided to write it when I felt like it. It's a shame it turned out to be mostly about bad stuff, though. Oh well. If it works, it works. Exactly. If it works, it works. Yeah. Someone who's not so great with emotions as myself.
We're done here.
It is nice to... Oh, he actually just left. Alright, that works for me. The only one left, so you can just leave. But yeah, it's nice to put your thoughts to paper, I think. I'm gonna get in trouble for driving this, aren't I? I really hope if an officer sees me, they're not just gonna immediately raise the alarm. Son of a bitch! I fucking knew it. Okay, so we gotta fucking... Can I call off? Oh, I can.
I need you to handle the cops
There.
in South Downs.
Cost me more money. I have like no money left. Son of a bitch. Okay, we gotta make money. Damn, I did not realize. I'm down to $2 grand, which isn't a lot. Hurry up, we gotta get this delivered. I can't afford to do this again. Alright, I think when we deliver this, that'll be the end of her, for her favors. Then we'll go help Vito. Because I think he's... yeah, he's closer. He's like right here. So we'll go do that. And then maybe I'll go a little later and we'll just help out Burke. Just to get all these missions caught up so that next stream we can get to stealing more turf. Especially because I want to go for this area. Because the boss who controls it has a very unique look. You might be interested by the way they appear. But I want to make sure we're ready to do that first thing next stream, so I'm going to catch up everybody on their little side business stuff. Sheep dude. I like to go and read the earliest entries every once in a while. It's fun to see what I was thinking about so many years ago. Yeah, that's part of what makes journaling nice. Because I still have, like, journals from before I started Seraph, like, university. And that's interesting to read, too. Especially... it's like a little egotistical, I think. But I have... Obviously, I've been journaling for a little while. I have journals from, like, before I started VTubing and making content and stuff. So it's kind of cool to read back on that stuff and, like, read... from, like, me forming the thoughts and the ideas to get into VTubing and then, like, seeing the growth from there. Also because, again, egotistical. Every once in a while, I don't have a consistent thing for it. Like, I don't have a set schedule for doing this, and it'd probably make more sense if I did. But I have a habit of, like, every so often... listing out the amount of followers I've gained since I started and having not like anything serious. Like it's not like if I don't do like X amount of followers in X amount of times. It's just like a curiosity thing, and it always is nice to see the numbers slowly go up and I go, oh, I'm making headway as a VTuber. I'm building up some fans. So I like to do that.
Gotta unload some of this cash in the hollow.
Narcissistic as that sounds, it is interesting to see. All the way from when I first started writing about VTubing and how I was like doubting myself, like, oh, this won't go well, this won't lead anywhere, to the numbers slowly ticking upwards. I go, you know what? I was wrong. What do you know? Ain't that nice?
What can I take off your hands?
Keep this safe.
Bonsoir.
Oh, thank fuck. I had a lot of money waiting for me. I needed that. Okay. Let's go help with Vito, because he's closer. Actually, hold on. How far along is this? 41%. Okay. Maybe at the very end of stream, we'll go collect our flowers, and we'll start the next batch, and then we'll end stream there. Bro sheep dude, like random beef between two of my old friends, and then making up it and fighting again the very next day. Always interesting to see the little things like that, and you go like, that was what's taking up my time back then. That's what I was thinking of. Pro sheep dude, putting your goals in a tangible visual form. Nothing wrong with that. If it's narcissistic, I call that a healthy dose. That's the thing, especially, I used to be a lot more self-conscious about it when I first started. But I think, really, if you're going to make content, there's a small part of you, no matter what you make, if you're making content and sharing it, there's like a tiny bit of like healthy narcissism there. Like there's definitely, I've said it before, if you're thinking of like medical applications and things like that, there's like a bell curve application theory, which is like, there's a certain correct dose of everything in the world, even like alcohol and sugar. Like there's a correct dosage of everything. I think if you're a content creator, there is a correct dose of narcissism that you should have, because otherwise you won't, you know, you have to have some, as I've learned, some confidence in yourself to be able to go, yeah, people like me and they like watching me. You can't go too far, because then you're just kind of, whoops, wrong place. Because then, you know, nobody likes a full-on narcissist, but, you know, just enough narcissism to be self-confident. That's a healthy amount. But, like, when I first started, I thought, like, anything close to being like, yeah, people are totally going to want to watch me was, like, not self-confidence. I thought that was just narcissism incarnate. Like, that's such a narcissistic thing to imagine.
Next up is Nesta the Molester.
What the fuck?
To be fair, I don't know that he's actually molested anyone, but with a name like Nesta, I'm pretty certain he has. Anyway, he deals smut to the peep shows. Talk to the right perverts, and one of them will know Nesta.
Target Nestor's old crew. Alright. We gotta go kill Nestor. Where's his old crew? Mickey, Patch, Venditti. Nestor's, what is that? Doper Buddy. It's hard to read that text on that color. Like black text on that navy blue. Let's just go interrogate this guy. He's just an old buddy of his. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I think there's like an implied level of narcissism that comes with making content, because you're putting content out online and expecting that somebody somewhere is going to look at it and go, yes, I like this. This person is interesting and cool. Or entertaining in some way, shape, or form. So there's that level of like mild narcissism, aka self-confidence. But that's going back to the journals, tying it back to the journals, I should say, is always interesting, because that's the wrong way. Seeing me grow from like just that little bit of like, oh, that's a narcissistic, no one's going to want to see that, to, oh, I have this person who's tuning in, and then this many people like this thing, and it's like little bits of growth, like environmental storytelling. That's nice to capture in a journal, and then I can look back on it and be like, oh, what was I thinking? People like this. It's pretty cool. Trippy to think about, but it's cool. Alright. Gotta interrogate. Okay. Can I interrogate him here? I feel like that's kind of close to...
Hey, bro, you hear that?
I feel like he's gonna see. He's gonna see me take his buddy around the corner and just like off him. Oh, he didn't. Okay, that works. Can I... Ah, it's not gonna work. Okay. I feel like if I whistle again, he's gonna freak out, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm gonna just bum rush him. There we go. That worked too. Motherfucker. Son of a bitch.
Your ass is mine now.
Son of a bitch, no!
Sandra told me to reach out. I certainly appreciate some help with phones.
Sure thing.
Oh, okay.
You there? Man just went dead.
Okay. He didn't tell us because she interrupted, but now we know where you gotta go kill him. Oh, she was so close to getting to the phone, too. Oh, that would have sucked. Okay. Thankfully, I had a marker, but it's gonna cost money next time. I think if I had tried to chase her on foot, I would not have caught her in time. So now we gotta go kill... Where is he? Nestor. Here he is. So we have this, and then another one with Vito, then 2 of these missions with Burke. We'll go back to the, what's it called? We'll go back to the, fucking flowers that I'm growing. And then we'll call stream there for tonight. Oops, wrong way. Should be right over here. Okay. It's close enough. Okay. There's gotta be another way. Son of a bitch. Alright, give me my car. I just thought around the corner there's gonna be like a door, but we gotta find another way in. I don't want to go in front of the sentry because he's gonna freak out. So let's go this way. See if maybe there's another entrance. Oh, this could work. Oh. Okay, he's seen me. As long as your stupid friend doesn't turn around. Yeah, you just stay looking right over there, pal. Don't turn your head over here. Perfect. Keep your head turned. Go. So the guy we need to kill is sitting over there. Anyone else here? No, okay. He looked at me for 1 second. Flipping his stupid coin. Okay. Oh, wait. Are they looking over here? I'm gonna get risky. I'm gonna try to take these 2 guys out. One after the other. There. Okay. Now we go in here. You could open this garage, but it has a whole animation and everybody just stares at you while you do it. And they're like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? Get there. Oh, he died. His face in his lap. They died as they lived. Lovers to the end. This world wouldn't have understood them, but they understood each other. That's all they needed. Alright, let's go tell Vito we killed him. Alright, that lady had a justified reaction jumping out of the way. I drifted real hard on that. Oh, there's police behind me. Ooh, ooh. All this armor is just... This armor is slowly getting chipped away only because I keep slamming into shit with my car. It's the only thing it's protected me from is my own stupidity behind the wheel. We want to go straight. Here we go. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. Everyone fucking knows how much of a driver I really am. They'll dive out of the way for their own good. Hey, buddy.
What can I do for you, Lincoln? Good job taking out that last fucker on my list for me.
I think you have more, don't you?
Starting with luck, he may turn out to be a fucking gold mine for us. The bastards are coming out of the woodwork to pay their respects to the fucking scumbag. But the only one I give a fuck about is Paulie. If I had it my way, that motherfucker would die nice and slow, blubbering for his mother as I take him apart limb by fucking limb. Oh, mommy, why is the bad man hurting me? You get the picture. Make him hurt, Lincoln. Real bad.
Alright, I'll do that. I like how they didn't they didn't put subtitles for that part. He's like, I'd make him hurt, I'd make him beg for his mom. Yeah, mommy, why is the bad man hurting me? That was subtitled. That's just the voice actor going for it. I love that. Alright. Oh, he's right there. Perfect. I thought we had to interrogate someone. Just go murder him. Lincoln said make him hurt, so we'll do it. We'll go with a knife. That's gotta hurt, I'd imagine. What is gonna hurt when I fucking fly out of the windshield going 100 down these narrow streets. Kinda like that. Oh, poor sheep dude. That made me look back at the screen with a raised brow, not gonna lie. Well, when Vito said it or when I said it? Both are kind of funny. Holy shit, there's a lot of people here. Oh boy, okay. Oh, is this gonna be like the fucking third time in the series we ruin a funeral? Alright, there's Paulie. Okay, go around the corner. Vito, but you made it stay up for sure. Me saying the M word is definitely something that raises eyebrows, I'm sure. I'd never say that. Is that a... No, that's just a dude, okay. I was gonna say, I saw him wearing a similar suit, so I wasn't sure if he was a bad guy or just a guy. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't see anything, ma'am. Okay, there's two guys there. Okay. There's a guy right there. You didn't see shit, miss. The weak little jab. He didn't. He had a nosebleed. He fell over. What the fuck? What a sicko. What are the mobsters across the street? I saw in the subtitles randomly just like, I got a big ass fought I'm gonna share with you in a minute here. What the fuck? Fucking weirdos over there. I might be murdering people, but at least I'm not gross. Fucking sickos.
Most of you know this already, but me and Lucky went way back. Come up together in Chicago.
It's my job,
And wound up down here. Lucky started getting soft
Okay.
the last few years. Once he started running for office. Damn, if he didn't stomp some serious ass back in the day. We gonna find the fucking nigga who did
Is there-
Lucky. Find him. And gut him. Like a motherfucking catfish. I promise you that.
Yeah, we do this for Lucky.
We do this for Lucky. Lucky's dead. I was the one who killed Lucky and also all your guards running around here. Gotta kill that guy.
Came from over here.
I get you to come over here. You're gonna find a few dead bodies, I think. There we go. Yeah, that hurt. That had to have hurt. Now we go back to Vito. Okay. I think that was everybody. Get the fuck out of here. So we just have Burke to help next. I think we're gonna go a little later for stream. I think that's okay. Oh, we don't want to go that way. There's a lot of enemies over there. It's not where my car is. There's my car. Okay. I think we're gonna go a little late for stream because I think thinking it over while I was streaming tonight, I think I might push tomorrow's stream to like Saturday. Only because I think thinking about how late I would start stream and how short stream would be anyways, it's better to just push it, delay it a little bit. Because if I try to do it tomorrow, I don't know what time I'm returning from heaven quite yet, so I don't want to say, oh, I'll be here at like 7, and then it's actually like 7:30 PT. But then on top of that, it would be a short stream too, because I'd finish like quicker, and probably better just delay it. So instead, I'll go a little later for tonight, just so I can wrap up these last couple things. Might as well. Ooh! Probably should do like 10:30 for us. Ouch. Yeah, that's why. 10:30 for people in the east. That would be when I was starting. And then even if and then from there it's either I do my like regular 3.5 hour stream, so it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. Or for me that's like what? Like 11 at night. Or I do a shorter stream and it's only like an hour or 2, which isn't so fun for me. Yeah, I think I'll delay it to Saturday. Next week, I'm going to change the schedule. I put it in the announcements, but next week I'll change the schedule around so it's a little, like a little nicer. So we avoid Wednesday. That way, you don't have to worry about all that.
What's the guy gotta do to get a piece of the action in this town? Look out for me next sit down, won't you?
Yeah, I don't like to go super late because I also like to do... Bedtime for me is like midnight Pacific time, which I guess is what? 3 in the east? So, yeah, definitely don't want to go too late. So we'll delay tomorrow's stream to Saturday. And then next week, I think I'll start trying to do... I'll check with the gods and goddesses. Make sure things are kind of stable. And if they are, then we'll do Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then Wednesday won't be a problem. Ooh. We have a 3-hour gap. That's what, yeah. I was trying to remember. I was like, it is 3 hours. Because we have a couple different time gaps in America. Just within America. Like, there's Mountain Time, which I think is like, is it 1 hour or 2 hours? Because we just have a bunch of mountains in the middle of the country, so they have their own time zone. There's the East, there's the West. So I get confused. But yeah, it's 3 hours. So yeah, I'll make an announcement in the Discord announcement channel that we'll push tomorrow's stream to Saturday. I'm still streaming on Thursday, so that'll be fine. Then it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What was I going to stream tomorrow anyways? I already forgot. Oh, I can't see. I have to flip my calendar over because it's a new month already. Yeah, that'll be the plan. Because I was like thinking it over. I was like, I have no idea when I'm going to start and when I would end. So it's probably better to just delay it a little bit. Right, now we go help Bert. But yeah, since no stream tomorrow, I'll go a little later tonight. Just because I still have a couple other things to do here. And then I'll do the post-stream story time.
Yeah. The local law have impounded cars the butchers, cocksucking shitehawks used to drive. I want to salvage them and send the parts to me IRA brethren. Find your way into the lot, steal them, and bring them back here.
Alright, time to go steal from an impound lot. Let's see. Steal 3. Red delay. Oh, my car is getting so dirty. Ginger Goblin. Yay, April. Yay, April indeed. It's already a fucking third through the year. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Probably should do that's alright, no worries. Yeah. I do feel slightly bad, but then again, I'm like, it's just... It'll work out. It'll work. Is this... Oh, here it is, okay. I was like, it took away my marker for some reason. How am I gonna... Leo Capulet. Okay. I don't know why there's boxes here, like you could climb over here when you can't grab those fences. Dang it. That officer just burped. There's gotta be another way in somewhere. Or can I go for the pillar? Change it to Goblin. I love April. The fact that my birthday is in April has absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh, I'm stupid. Here's a way in right here. Oh, shit. Okay, so there's an officer there. Fucking a bad idea. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Call off the dogs and point the gun.
All units, negative visual on suspect. Begin search in immediate vicinity.
Okay. Okay, that's a way out, I guess. Alright. So they're just gonna leave, which I guess is better than them trying to stop me, but it'd be nice if they can leave in a minute and a half. Alright, that was a little brutal, but it worked. So this is the car I need. Alright. I fucking hate when I have to steal shit from an impound lot. Go, 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 go! Yeah, it sucks. Doing these missions always blows because you gotta fucking... you gotta spend money to call off the cops long enough to steal. I have to do this 3 times. Okay, there's one. Like, I like the story that gets tied into all this, but... fucking sucks. Alright, where's the next one? This way. Holy shit, it's like, how far away is that? Oh, it's in the other district. Fuck. Treasure Goblin. Big open window, whelp. Oh no, I got the SDD. I think this one's gonna be at a fucking impound lot too. Give me the Barbie car, I guess. We're gonna ditch it, but
Just gonna take a squirt, and I'll get her out to you.
I forgot how you have to do this multiple times for Burke. Like each mission has to steal 3 of each car.
That's a big help.
You don't want the Barbie car, Burke? That would make your life a lot easier. Whoop, wrong way. Oh, now I got the STD. The Wi-Fi STD persists. Wait. Here we go. I don't know why I, like, took the objective away on its own. Oh, wait. It's telling me to go this way now. Okay. Go over here. Oh, almost crashed. There we go. Now we're on the right path. Oh, we gotta go all the way to the South Downs. I don't know why it randomly got rid of its own objective to give me a new one in a different district. But we'll steal this car, then we have to steal another car. Then we gotta talk to Burke again. And then we have to steal 3 more cars. Hopefully not in fucking police impound lots. That would make life a lot easier. That would save me a lot of money too. So I don't have to keep calling off the cops every time I go in. Ooh. I really like these like brick, like cobblestone roads. I always thought those were cool. I haven't seen too many of them, but every time I do, they're nice to drive on. Son of a bitch, it's at a police impound lot again. Okay. Okay.
Can you help me lose the law on South Downs?
You got it.
City gets worse every goddamn day. Tell me about it.
There's 2 officers over here. There's 2 over here. What happens if I just steal it and just try to drive away? Like, are they gonna stop me? Just drive it through here. Just drive it through the fucking garage here. There you go. Okay, yes, that worked too. They don't give a shit. I did call them off, but I wasn't sure if, like, committing a crime in front of them was gonna do anything or if they'd notice, but I guess they chose not to. Works for me. Ginger the Goblin. I ate an apple earlier. See if I could. My mouth went a bit numb. It was good though, so worth it. God, that reminds me of, like, I think it was a Tumblr story of, like, this kid who, like, in middle school had a peanut allergy. And he always wanted to know what peanut butter was like, but he obviously never could because he had a peanut allergy. So one day at lunch, he's just like, man, I don't even care anymore. And he just ate a fucking Reese's, like, he ate like a Reese's peanut butter cup. And then immediately, like, pulled out his EpiPen because he, you know, was going to have an allergic reaction to it. So he was like, saying, like, I can see my friends were like panicking to give him his EpiPen, and the whole time just smiling. He's like, yo, that shit was good. That shit tasted good. It was worth it. That's some dedication right there. What the fuck? I thought it was telling me to drive off the side of the bridge here. Sheep dude masochist. Pushing your fucking envelope there. Bite the apple. Still is a bit. I get that 100%. I think I've said it before. I'm like mildly allergic to soy. And like, I don't know. I can't say I'm like terribly torn up by not being able to eat soy. Because it's not the most flavorful thing in the world. Oh no, I can't eat tofu. Terrible. I've had tofu a couple times. It's not particularly good. Sheep dude says the person who once ate so much pineapple they burned their mouth for a few days. I've eaten pineapple enough to like burn my mouth. Not for a few days. That's a lot. But I have eaten enough pineapple to like burn my mouth. Pineapple's so good though. It's just delicious. I don't care how acidic it is.
On it, lad. Just getting her warmed up.
Ginger the Goblin. I do that with cheese. Pineapple is worth the burn though. Yeah, see? It's delicious.
4 wheels and an engine. You're set.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I only ever ate enough pineapple to burn my mouth like once, and it sucked. This car is wrecked. Oh, because it despawns, because it fucks itself up. Wait a second. Oh, son of a bitch, you want me to... Turn around, go this way. That's what happened. It just like... The game just glitches out and it just destroys the car, so I gotta pay attention, one. But also, I gotta... go find another one. I have one over here. Oh, here we go. Look out. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. You know what? I'm just gonna drive until I get over there, and then we'll call off the cops so I can run in and steal the car, and then leave. Where is it? Right here.
Need to throw the pigs in the ward off my tail.
Right away.
Son of a bitch. Break through. Go, go, go. Get out. There. Give me the car. Hurry. Should be the interior of my mouth is almost blood red and also slightly swollen. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of pineapple. It's not good. Change it to goblin. Oh, it's insensitive too. Just breathing, it felt like fire. Yeah, that's bad. That's a lot of pineapple. You had to have been like feeling it get to that point though. Like for me, the one time my mouth burned, I was like younger and I was just eating pineapple because it was summer and it was cold and delicious. And then my mouth started to burn. I went, oh, that sucks. I don't want to eat any more of these pineapples. So I didn't. I've done that too many times. Change to goblin. I used to chew so much of that cinnamon chewing gum. Thought my mouth was burnt for God knows how long. Couldn't taste anything for a while. Oof. Or mint. You just burn your mouth with mint. There, we done? You happy, Burke? Can I talk to you now? There. If you're gonna send me places, please, I can't afford to keep, to keep fucking calling the cops. You gotta stop sending me to impound lots.
How's she cutting? What do the fucking cops expect? If they're gonna leave the cars just sitting there like that, it's our God-given responsibility to steal them.
I don't know about all that, Burke.
We're needing some heavy-duty parts, so I've narrowed it down to these off-roading vehicles. They're usually on the outskirts of town. You may encounter a wee bit of resistance along the way, but handle them with your usual charm and bring the beast straight to me.
Find 3 green Bulworth aspens. On the outskirts of town, you say. Also, I don't have a car now. If we're going out there, give me this. Oh, sheep dude, the only time that was worse than that is the time I ate an entire pack of warheads in a day. Don't ask me why I did that. I don't have an answer. Scientific questions need scientific answers.
Set of Hot Wheels, just like you ordered.
That's a big help.
Choose goblin. Those will wreck you. Listen, sometimes the answer is just because, yeah. Because you have free will and you want to find out. Pro sheep dude. The inside parts of my lips, they got so sensitive that they bled if I move them too fast. Yeah, that's not good. That's bad. Can you imagine? I think it was Renan that shared this video on Instagram of this fucking guy who like got Sprite. First of all, he got Sprite from a bank. I don't know what the fuck that means. I know Renan sent it to me and he was like, what the fuck does he mean from a bank? And he said, I got the Sprite from a bank. I don't know where or how, but whatever. So he got, oh, there's a car right there. So he got this fucking Sprite from a bank. And then he put like 5-hour energies into it, and then fucking what else? Like a whole like pack of warheads and all this other shit, and then he drank all of it. I don't know why. One sip would have been okay. You're crazy. You did it. He drank all of it. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I think this video's in the shitpost channel, but it's fucking nuts. I don't know why. I don't know what would compel you to do it. But son of a bitch, he committed to the bit. I'll give him that. Alright. I gotta take this here. Okay, at least these are a little easier to get a hold of. Okay, so we gotta find 2 more. Where's the closest one? $200 meters. Oh, right over there. Can I make it on foot quick enough? Before the fucking... before it runs out of time. Let's see. Pro sheep dude. Might be gross and TMI, but it made my tongue peel. Like, I actually shed the top layer of my tongue. The burn took over a month to fully heal. Oh, that's brutal. Why? Oh, son of a bitch. I hate when it does that. It crashed. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Call me another car, because these cars keep despawning.
I'm in point for done, and I need a new set of wheels.
On it, lad. Just getting her warmed up.
Neil say I've never done that again. Yeah, don't do that as much. Yeah, that's brutal. But like the thing that makes shit sour, it's just citric acid. So I guess it makes sense. That just like an acid is just peeling off a fucking layer of your tongue. That's brutal. But hey, you now you know. Don't do that again. Which makes it scary to consider that people can just buy that shit. They can just buy citric acid and just put it on things if they really want. Which sounds cool until you use too much. All of a sudden. What you do? Traumatized me? Not gonna lie. I didn't even know peeling was even possible from there. Ugh. Yeah, I'd imagine all of a sudden sour candy isn't such a big thing that you like anymore. I just eat stuff that's not so fresh and then I have regrets later. And cheese. Yeah. I'm trying to think. If there's anything I ever did that was bad like that. There was one time, I remember, it was so weird, but I used to hate watermelon because when I was a wee little lad, I remember that, I think Father Finn or Mother Finn, they got these like cookies from a grocery store that they were literally just in the shape of a watermelon. I don't think they were watermelon flavored. I think they were just in the shape, like they looked like slices of watermelon. Like they had green, like colored rinds, and then they had like pink with like black for the seeds. It was literally just a shortbread cookie that was like colored to look like a watermelon. And I remember I liked those. I thought those were good, so I ate some of them. And then I coincidentally, for some reason, I don't remember why, but like that day, I ended up having like some kind of like a stomach issue, like a stomach bug. So I got sick and I threw up. And in my small mind, I like, because I had the watermelon cookies and I got sick, I just somehow drew the conclusion that, oh, watermelon made me sick. I hate watermelons. And for a long time,
That's a big help.
I don't think until like high school, I never ate watermelons as a result, because I remember that day. And it took a good long while for my mind to put together, like, well, just because it looks like a watermelon doesn't mean it's actually water. Why the fuck? Keeps despawning cars. Son of a bitch, it did it again. Who knew the game from a long time ago had some problems? Dude. It took me a while to link the two as well because it didn't start right away. It took like 2 weeks. Oof. And during that time, I couldn't taste anything really. My tongue barely had any sensation at all. I basically turned myself into a human experiment on accident. But that, I mean, now you know not to do that again. Could be worse is you don't learn anything from that and just go, oh, I won't try that again. But you knew better. Yeah. I think I remember. That kind of reminds me. One time, when Sister Finn and I were just smaller, and Mother Finn and Father Finn were like out of the house for a bit. I think they went to go do something and then go pick up dinner, so they left us two alone. And what ended up happening was that we had like this house plant. It was just like a decorative flower plant just sitting on a table. To this day, I don't remember what it was. But being siblings, we just were like, I bet you won't eat a leaf from that plant. And then she's like, I bet you won't do it. So then we dared each other and we're like, okay, fine, we'll both eat a leaf. So we did. Whatever the fuck was in there, I don't know what plant it was. It was probably the worst sore throat I had ever had in my fucking life. Oh my God. It was like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, just scratching at the back of my throat. Just horrific. And we both hated it.
These off-roading beasts are exactly what I need.
I have no idea what the fuck. But it just sucked. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Sister Finn and I basically, like, poisoned ourselves on a dare. Mildly. Because that shit burned. It was the worst. Like, I say that I hate sore throats because they hurt. That was the worst sore throat I had ever felt in my life.
I'll get her out to you right away.
I don't know what it was, but it sucked. And I remember, like, trying to play, like, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the PlayStation 2. And just kind of ignoring it, and it did not work. It fucking sucked. I was coughing constantly, trying to, like, clear my throat. Like, thinking back on it now, it legit felt like fucking... like, I don't know. Like, just, like, something scratching at the back of your throat and just stabbing at it. It fucking was brutal, dude. I hated it. It was awful. Alright, finally, the last thing to do for the end of stream. I'm going to go back to the flower hut. Speaking of flowers... And we're gonna go collect our yield and then go sell it and probably start another crop, and then we'll call stream there for tonight. But yeah, that sucked. That was like the dumbest thing I ever did, Sister Finn and I ever did as a kid. I still think about that from time to time and think, damn, that was fucking stupid and it hurt. Oh, there goes the front of my car. Bro, shoot, dude. Oh god, casually poisoned. So many houseplants are actually poisonous. Maybe not straight up poison, but really not edible. Oh yeah. They definitely are not edible. I'll tell you. Fucking sucked. Probably did mildly poison ourselves and like did some weird poison reaction to the back of our throats. That shit hurt. Could not swallow anything for the rest of the night. It was horrific. So yeah, when you're younger, you just do stupid shit for the sake of doing stupid shit. Especially if you have a sibling. You kind of egg each other on into doing really dumb shit, just because. But hey, we learned never do that again. That shit hurt. Don't do it again. Ginger and a Goblin. Reminds me of the time my brother and I stuck our tongues to a metal pole in the winter. That was a stupid job. I remember seeing that in like a Christmas movie and thinking like, oh, that's kind of like it. And then I'd hear about it, like people doing that. And I wanted to do that out of curiosity, but then I was like, well, it doesn't get cold enough for that to happen, so I'm never going to try that. But yeah, that sounds miserable. I'd imagine it's not easy to get your tongue off of a fucking frozen pole. Sure, it sucks. Oh! Sheep dude. Barbie car casually getting his face ripped off. Yeah, yeah. Poor thing. One little ding to the wrong spot, and then all of a sudden, she's got no face. Despite my best efforts. When I spawn in next stream, she'll be fine. Where Bambi? Sarah, I just opened my phone and we heard stupid shit. Sounds like you're tuning into a Sarah stream. Okay, we're leaving now. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. Tune in just, here we go, stupid shit. And leave. Trench and a Goblin. I knew it was gonna happen. My brother did it first. Ripped the tip of my tongue clean off. Oh. Curiosity's too much to bear. We do it anyway. Yeah, that's brutal. I'd be crying, man. That shit hurts. Whoops. Harvest. Fat rabbit. Where do we want to go? It's 2983. 2583. 2983 is the best we're gonna get here. There we go. There we go. Made a little bit of money. Still can't upgrade anything, but we could plant. Let's try this. Plant that. Alright. Goblin. There was a lot of blood, but I don't remember crying. Also got myself stuck in so many places. Luckily, I never ripped my tongue on a pole because I always made sure to have enough spit to unstick it. Smart. That is smart. I would not have thought that far ahead. I'd be losing a piece of my tongue. There's so stupid shit to do. Oh, yeah. See, I did not have a brain. Neither do I. All right. Let's get on. There we go. Oh, we gotta go. There we go. Okay. Let me get a little music up. Then we'll do the post-stream story time. Oh, let me mute everything really quickly. Get a little bit of music up. Sometimes I almost accidentally click on the video I was listening to when I was editing something, and it's always so stupid it would not be conducive to relaxing in the slightest. Do a little vaporwave. There we go. Honestly, it's because I was really scared of it happening. It makes me glad I am somewhere it doesn't get so cold. Because I would do some stupid shit like that. Let's see. Let's see. I have a couple of ones that are a little on the shorter side. This one's short. We'll do this one. And okay, yeah, these two are shorter. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Ginger the Goblin. I used to climb this one shelf in the basement, and one day just decided to stick my finger in the hole. Got stuck there, so I was just clinging to the shelf for dear life. Oh no. Got a finger stuck in the shower drain once. Poor sheep dude. Every year, without fail, there'd always be a kid who would end up with his tongue stuck to a pole bad and needed the adults to help. In primary school, the bell would ring and everyone would line up to go to the building, and you would hear the kid cry in the distance with the 4 adults trying to help. That reminds me, there was, before I do the post-stream story time, I remember when I was in, like, grade school for Seraphs, the angel grade school, probably like middle school, there was like this kid that was like new to our class, and I remember the first encounter, my first impression of them was when we were all like getting ready to finish our break and go back to class. And I saw this guy, and he was like playing, what was he playing with? Like a frisbee or something, or a ball, and he got it stuck in a tree, and he went, oh shit, I got this. So he took off one of his shoes and chucked it up to knock the ball down, but then it got stuck. And then he went, oh, I got it. So he took off his other shoe, and then he threw it, and then that got stuck. And then the bell rang. And then I remember, like, as I'm going to class, I look back and I see this guy, and he's like, the adult is like walking over to be like, hey, like, where's your shoes? Like, realize he's just standing there under a tree with no shoes. Like, where are your shoes? And then he quietly just turns and points up to the tree where his 2 shoes and a ball are stuck. And the adult just looks over, like, looks up, and just with a sigh, just shakes their head. They're like, and they go to get a ladder. It was like, that was my first impression of them. And I went, all right, okay. This is an interesting fellow here. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Just someone asking, where are your shoes? And just silently turning and pointing to the tree where they're stuck and going there. And they go, all right, cool. Guess we'll get a fucking ladder down. You're going to be late to class. This was like within the first week of them coming to our school, too. So it was such a great first impression. It was amazing. With that, let me run to the bathroom one more time. And then we will do the post-stream story time. I got 2 articles here. We'll start with the shorter of the two, but let me run to the bathroom really quickly. Back. Turned. Sheep dude, you know, everyone able to have good ideas had to start somewhere. Thinking back on it, I don't really think he was known for having good ideas, unfortunately. And all the time I knew him, I don't think he had a lot of good ideas. And Ginger Goblin. My brother and I learned the hard way that sharp knives were not for kids. I think we were like 3 or 4. Try to cut an apple and my brother slices thumbs, so yeah, that's not good. At least you learned. Okay. Barely reaching over the counter. Yeah, that's scary. That's no good. But hey, everyone learns someday, right? Eventually. Let's see. So I have 2 stories. We'll start with this one. It's a little shorter. We'll say, actually, we'll do the longer one first. Why not? Save the shorter of the 2 articles for the second one. Both are kind of short, but... Alright. It's time for that part of my stream. The end stream segment. Post-stream story time. Yeah. Treasure Goblin. 2 siblings very close in age is a recipe for disaster. This shit we got up to. Oh, trust me, I know. Sister Finn and I are pretty close in age. We've existed around the same amount of time. We did stupid shit. Case in point, sampling the house plant. We'll get nice and cozy, because it is time for the post-stream story time. I'm going to start here. The longer of 2 articles I have, which is SCP-3168 by Vogt. I believe. VOCT. Voct. Let's see. Here we go. Make sure there's no hidden parts of the article that I don't see right now. I don't see any. Okay. SCP-3168. Item number SCP-3168. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-3168 is to be kept in a standard inanimate object containment locker at Area 12. Research proposals involving the use of SCP-3168 must be made in writing to Site Command. Unless required for authorized experimentation or study, instances of SCP-3168-1 are to be euthanized by the time they are 3 years old. The remains of instances of SCP-3168-1 that are not required for experimentation or study are to be incinerated. Description: SCP-3168 is a Russian Matryoshka 7-layer nesting doll, which induces anomalous mutations in the offspring of the domestic chicken, Gallus domesticus. When a female chicken, or hen, mates or is artificially inseminated while within approximately a 3-meter radius of SCP-3168 and then lays fertilized eggs, the eggs will contain instances of SCP-3168-1. This effect will only occur when the top halves of SCP-3168's 6 outer layers have been removed, and the innermost doll is nested within the 6 bottom halves. SCP-3168's anomalous mutagenic effect affects only hens, such that semen extracted from a male chicken or a rooster within SCP-3168's range will not produce anomalous offspring if used to inseminate hens outside of its range. As well, the anomalous mutagenesis does not persist post-exposure, and hens who have previously been exposed to SCP-3168 are capable of subsequently producing non-anomalous offspring. Instances of SCP-3168-1 are anomalous organisms which resemble ambulatory houses on chicken legs. Foundation folklorists have noted the similarity to the Russian legend of Baba Yaga. Which also SCP-352 has expressed ignorance of SCP-3168 but did not respond to further questioning. Aside from their legs and feet, the organisms are not composed of biological matter, but rather of standard architectural materials, boards, masonry, nails, etc. Despite their anomalous form and composition, instances of SCP-3168-1 follow the standard chicken life cycle, hatching from their eggs an average of 21 days after fertilization, at which point they are the size of non-anomalous newly hatched chickens. Radiographic and ultrasound examination of SCP-3168-1 eggs reveal the presence of microscopic architectural components as early as 5 days after fertilization. Tissue samples from the legs of SCP-3168-1 instances reveal a genetic match to the parent chickens and a sex ratio of approximately 50%. Blood is present in the legs. Dye tracing indicates that this blood circulates from one leg to the other despite the lack of a heart, and despite the fact that there is no non-architectural connection between the legs. Legs produce heat at a rate sufficient to maintain standard chicken body temperature. SCP-3168-1 will eat both standard chicken feed and raw architectural materials by sweeping it into themselves with their open doors. Isotopic labeling has shown that the chicken feed is converted into the lignin of the instance's woodwork. architectural materials are assimilated into the instance's structures via an unknown mechanism. It is to be noted that these architectural materials are typically insufficient to account for the composition of the structures, both in quantity and in substance. Ergo, instances hatched in an aluminum-free environment may nonetheless develop aluminum siding, a conclusive indicator of ectoentropic halogenesis. SCP-3168-1 instances are rejected at a rate of 15 to 20% of hens who have not previously raised offspring, and at a rate of 90 to 95% of hens who have previously raised non-anomalous offspring. SCP-3168-1 instances emulate the behavior of non-anomalous hatchling and juvenile chickens, to the extent that their anomalous physiology makes this possible. They are apparently capable of sight, despite their lack of eyes or brains, and can, as is standard for birds, imprint on researchers who are present at their hatching. They also replicate standard chicken vocalization by rapidly opening and closing their doors and windows, although male instances have not been observed to crow. SCP-3168-1 instances grow at the rate of non-anomalous chickens until approximately 3.5 years of age, at which point they begin to express an anomalous derivative of chicken growth hormone, despite the lack of any glands where such a hormone could be produced. When purified, this hormone can induce ectoentropically rapid growth in non-anomalous chickens and in architectural structures. A wide variety of architectural styles are represented in SCP-3168-1 physiology. Although the factors determining architectural style remain to be elucidated, 75 to 80% of SCP-3168-1 instances parented by a given pair of chickens will consistently manifest the same style, with the remainder being an assorted mixture. The breed or breeds of the parents does not seem to play a part. For example, when hen 3168-F-417 is bred to rooster 3168-M-131, the offspring have consistently been 75% split-level ranch, while the offspring of that same hen with rooster 3168-M-132, have consistently been 75% Pacific Lodge, even though all three birds are purebred Orpington chickens. Less than 4% of instances are non-residential in nature, including, but not limited to, convenience stores, stadiums, water filtration plants, grain elevators, warehouses, movie theaters, greenhouses, parking garages, and exact replicas of St. Paul's Cathedral, the Taj Mahal, and the Parliament House of Ghana. Many structures will have carpeting, plumbing fixtures, and electrical wiring. However, furniture is rare. All locks on instances with the same parents will be openable by the same key for proportionally reduced copies thereof. Then there's two little addendums. First, the incident log. In June 2005, an unrelated containment breach led to the collapse of a retaining wall at Area 12, where a brood of 6 instances of SCP-3168-1 were being raised for study. 5 of the instances were killed when the wall fell on them. However, debris from the wall was misidentified as having come from the 6th instance, which instead escaped into the wild. In December 2011, the instance, conclusively identified by tissue samples and architectural matching, was recovered 800 kilometers away after it fell through ice and drowned. It was 8.5 meters tall. And lastly, acquisition log. SCP-3168 was obtained from a raid on a Marshall Carter and Dark storage facility. Accompanying provenance documents showed that a former GRU-P agent traded it to McCarter and Dark in 1998 in exchange for having his gambling debts forgiven. The first article, a Matrushka doll that makes chickens sometimes create Baba Yaga style chicken buildings. And I have one more article. Let's see, this one is SCP-3303, written by Communism Will Win for the SCP Wiki. Item number SCP-3303. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. As per the terms and conditions of the Wurzburg Summit, the Foundation may not acquire any instances of SCP-3303 except by purchasing it from Marshall Carter and Dark. Instances of SCP-3303 under Foundation control should be kept in the dedicated wine cellar at Site-48. If this is not feasible, any room with minimal lighting, a constant temperature between 7 to 18 degrees Celsius, and a high humidity may be used until more permanent storage space becomes available. Access to SCP-3303 for testing requires permission from 2 personnel with 4/3303 clearance. Non-testing access requires approval from the site director. Description: SCP-3303 is a collective designation for any champagne, in the strict sense of the word, i.e., wine produced under the rules and regulations set by the... oh boy, it's in French. Rules and regulations set by the Comité Interprofessionnel du Vin de Champagne. Produced by the Bataille Estate between 2002 and 2007. While SCP-3303 is physically and chemically unremarkable, roughly 3% of observers report that SCP-3303 is surrounded by a bright blue aura. SCP-3303 displays anomalous properties only under certain conditions. 1. SCP-3303 is being consumed by multiple individuals in an enclosed area, with allowances for doors, windows, etc. A ceiling appears to be required. 2. All individuals present are consuming SCP-3303 at a rate no less than 1 glass per hour. And 3. It is past sunset. Under these conditions, SCP-3303 induces a temporal dilation within the confines of the affected room. Time's rate of passage will increase asymptotically as sunrise approaches, allowing affected subjects to experience time at a greater rate than those outside. Any solids or liquids that reach the boundary of this effect will be transported across it instantly, preventing typical shearing effects. An unidentified process maintains air pressure, air composition, and temperature within the room. Consumption of SCP-3303 under the stated conditions has a stabilizing effect on the human body and mental state. Affected subjects will not deviate substantially from their physical condition at the initiation of SCP-33's effects. This includes an immunity to injury that has hindered attempts to identify the exact mechanism responsible. Subjects do not need to attend to standard biological functions, though they are capable of doing so in excess of what should typically be possible. Similarly, emotions and overall mental states are fixed in the state that they were at the initiation of anomalous effects, with the exception of changes resulting from alcohol intoxication. Of note, under these conditions, subjects left to their own devices will often continue to consume SCP-3303 as long as possible. In one case, a party of 9 consumed the host's entire stock of 80 bottles in one night. History. According to Bataille Champagne Records, the house was approached by representatives from Marshall, Carter & Dark in December of 2000, who intended to acquire exclusive rights to distribute Bataille, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, it's Bataille. Marshall, Carter & Dark in December of 2000, who intended to acquire exclusive rights to distribute Bataille Champagne's wine and overseas production. Such a deal was made for €3 million, and production of champagne for Marshall, Carter & Dark began in 2002. While SCP-3303 became known to the Foundation in 2003, an agreement was formed under which Marshall, Carter & Dark retained the right to produce and sell SCP-3303 for 5 years, and the Foundation was disallowed from accessing or observing the Bataille estate. In exchange, Marshall, Carter & Dark took full responsibility for suppressing public knowledge of SCP-3303 and transferred several dangerous anomalous objects to the Foundation. Marshall, Carter & Dark marketed Bataille Champagne as a tool to enable parties and other social gatherings to last for an extended period of time, limited only by the supply of SCP-3303. It was sold exclusively to trusted clients. Estimated sales are believed to exceed €50 million over 5 years. In 2008, the Foundation examined the Bataille estate's records and vineyards. There was no evidence that any anomalous activity was occurring or continued to occur at the site. Employees were unaware that the champagne they were producing had any anomalous properties. The estate's manager noted that, as part of their original agreement, Marshall, Carter & Dark were permitted to bury a mummified human jawbone near the geographical center of the estate's vineyards. The jawbone was apparently retrieved by Marshall, Carter & Dark personnel shortly prior to the Foundation's examination. What is that? Some anomalous wine that just extends time, in a sense. Dude, we existed around the same amount of time. That's one way to put it. Yeah. You know what I mean. Transgender Goblin. Bataille sounds pretty good. The double L is a Y sound. That's how it is in Spanish, too. So I was trying to, think, how does that... So it would be... Is it Bataille? Bataille. I think. You know how I am with French. Bataille. Yeah, I got it. Did I say the other thing right? What was it? Comité Interprofessionnel du Vin de Champagne. Champagne. Soda champagne. Not a big fan of champagne. That's what I have for you tonight, my dear viewers. And I'm still about 3.5 hours. Look at that. Thought it was going to take longer. Sounds pretty close. Yes. I can almost sound like a polyglot, except not really. But that is what I have for you tonight. It's all the way at the end of the stream, so of course I'll remind. But yes, no stream tomorrow. I thought about it. It's too wacky of a transition from Angelic Duty straight to streaming, so it'd be weird. So I'll delay tomorrow's stream to Saturday. So we'll do that on Saturday instead. And then next week, like I said, I'm going to modify the schedule so we don't have to worry about Wednesdays. So it'll be likely Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So hopefully, again, I'm going to double check with the gods and goddesses above for this new angelic duty and make sure that it's just on Wednesdays. Because if it is, I can work with that. We'll switch things around a little bit, but it'll still work. So yeah, sorry if you're looking forward to tomorrow's stream. It'll be delayed to Saturday night, I'm thinking. It's like the next time I could do it. That was gonna be Claire Obscure. I'm gonna try to beat that boss. It's gonna be brutal. Another brutal boss fight. But that'll be Saturday night. The next stream instead will be Thursday. Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna play some more Dead Island, that game I started last week. Do a little bit of that. So, it'll be fun. Beating the shit out of zombies with my bare fists. Always fun. So yeah, and then we'll move Wednesday's stream to Saturday. But I'll put this all in the announcement channel on Discord, so it'll be there. So you'll know exactly what's going on. Oh, sheep dude. Sounds pretty close. Hey, at least close enough that I know for sure what you tried to say. So I'd say not that bad. Not that bad. As long as I get the point across. Stranger and a Goblin. Monday, I get a birthday stream. Looks like you do. Lucky. Yeah. Gotta fucking switch the schedule around, but it happens to work out especially nice for you. Look at that. I'm hoping it works out. Like I said, I'll double check with the Almighty, the gods and goddesses. Make sure that it all works out. I think it's just Wednesdays I gotta worry about. But we'll see. I'll see. And then however it works out, the schedule, I'll make it work with that. So it's a fun part of being an angel. Just juggling your responsibilities with the fun stuff. But that's how angels do. Running around between heaven and earth. Bro sheep dude. Alright, I gotta get up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna go whack my skull, put my brain to sleep fast. Good night, Duber. Yeah, get some rest. Get some rest. Good meal, Sarah. Oh, thank you. Yes, so next stream. Oh, I almost forgot. Totally, if you're not already doing it, you should totally follow my socials. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Post clips on days that I don't stream, like tomorrow. And reminders on days that I do, like Thursday. And then you should also hop into the Discord. It's where everyone chats and hangs out, yaps and shit posts. But I also post announcements, like I will after stream, about the schedule change. It's the best place to do that. Just because a lot of people are there. I think tomorrow in the stories, I'll post a reminder that there's no stream that night. Stream's delayed. And you'll get a clip instead. So I will be sure to do that tonight and tomorrow. Because I don't want to leave anyone hanging. I'd feel bad. But yes, totally good resources to go to. Good night, sheep. Yes, good night, sheep. Yes, no stream tomorrow. That'll be on Saturday. Next stream's Thursday. And then I'll figure out the schedule for next week to avoid sudden changes. I'm thinking Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And all of that will be in an announcement in the Discord for everybody to see. And then I'll post a clip tomorrow and a reminder of the schedule changing as well. So don't you worry. Okay. Let's get this out of here. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. There. All right, I had to cue up the song. There we go. Okay, now I got it. Being a pain. But But yes, I'll be posting stuff in the Discord about the schedule and all that. And I'll post reminders in the morning tomorrow about the stream and all that stuff. So keep an eye out for updates tomorrow. For tonight, that is all I have for you. I am Seraphin. You have all been wonderful. And I will see you again very soon. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, bye-bye. Bye. See you around. See you next stream. See you next time. Bye-bye. Sorry about the schedule. Kind of crazy. I know. I promise. I'll make it work. Don't you worry. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Bye.